Hey guys, Mike here. Just wanted to let you know that the episode that you're about to hear, we had massive technical problems with it. I do apologise. It sounds awful. We've tried our best to clean it up, and this is the absolute best that it's going to get. For whatever reason, the wires might not have been in correctly on the laptop when we were recording. I just don't know. I really don't know what's happened. We'll make sure that it doesn't happen for next time, but please just bear with the episode. We did have a lot of fun doing it, and again, apologies. Enjoy.
We waited for a donkey for 45 minutes.
Teletubbies and rap battles.
I am your singing telegram.
They came like a bolt out of the blue to discuss everything in geekdom. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the attack of the 50-foot nerds.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Geek Retreat Warrington for the live podcast of the 54 Nerds. Give it up!
Hello and welcome to episode 67 of the Attack of the 54 Nerds, live from Geek Retreat Warrington. And as you can hear, we've got a live studio audience here today. I say audience. Can two people be classed as an audience? I don't know. And quite frankly, I don't care. I'm just glad that they're here.
More than one is an audience.
Yes, well, yeah. Yes, I was about to say a joke, but I'm not going to. Yes, my name is Mike Bell, and joining me once again during this travelogue through the world that is Nerddom, I am joined by my co-hosts.
Amara and the real Paul.
We're talking about the real one, was
Not scary as fuck Paul. Cryptid Paul. Yeah, Cryptid Paul. Oh yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I obviously couldn't make the last episode. What do you mean? They send me these sometimes though, and it's like, what the actual fuck? I just thought it was And now Cryptid Paul's going to be our cameraman. He's just not showed up today because there's only two people.
He has your balls and comes in his pocket.
No, he has showed up. He's just like still disassembled in my bag. Disassembled? Yes, he's basically like his face has been taken off and the glasses are broken, so I have to fix them.
This sounds like the plot to season 5 of Westworld.
I haven't seen it.
Sorry, some of us just don't have the time. You know, some of us lounge around at home watching TV all day like some people do, and then get straight onto the friggin' letterbox. Oh yeah, I watched this movie. Hello, watched this movie and it was fantastic. I'm Paul. He sounds like Warwick Davis.
I forgot that was apparently how people play.
I was watching that this week. I was watching Terrible and I was thinking, memories.
Yeah, it's been a year since the last time we got
I actually got,
I got a reminder.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, me and Paul went on Tenable.
We were terrible at Tenable.
So speak for yourself, I was the last man standing. And what was my category, Paul?
Oh, you were with British one.
Exactly, yes. And if there's any one of us who knew what was going on, it was me. Yes.
You at least scored.
I did well, yes.
Got off with Warwick Davis afterwards.
Oh yeah, everyone loves a little midget bistro.
You're not allowed to say that.
Oh yeah, sorry. Everyone loves a physically challenged bistro.
I don't know if that's worth it.
So as mentioned, there's only 2 audience members here tonight, and that's because Warrington's shit at the moment. Basically,
Every fucker's at Greenfields, including my daughter for that matter, but not that she'd be here anyway, but
yeah, so we got that, we've got Brad, we've got several other things, and Doug cleverly scheduled a Pokemon event for yesterday, so all of us clientele spent all their money, so that was nice. Thanks, Doug. Yeah. Well, I know you've got to cap them all. I know that's the end of the game. Capitalism. Here we go.
Yeah. Don't get me started on capitalism.
But no, it's fine.
Oh, come on, we've got to buy it.
got to play it. Yeah. Anyway, yes. But yeah, so we figured, fuck it, we'll still do a show anyway, and you know, we're doing a nice little intimate segment today.
No, we're sex on the coffee show.
I don't know, we've got a coffee
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coffee show. Sorry.
You on the show?
No, I'm just doing a Monty Python thing.
Oh, okay, that's fine. You played your Monty Python over there on your. So we're just all nice and in a little, as I said, a little intimate environment. It's quite nice. I'll be honest with you. We haven't set the stage up for it.
Mike can jump in to talk if he wants. He's just being very quiet.
I know. Essentially, he's the performer.
After the show.
Yeah.
I'm not used to coming in until the very end.
Yeah. I know the show's slowly expanding. We've now got a whole in there.
But now we can be a hype man. So then, if one of them says something, he'd be like, "All right, okay."
Oh no. He's off Flavor Flav.
Somebody get him a big clock. Paul, before you start, says clock.
Look, it's a clock, but you know.
What? Bear Quack? Would you pull it? No one's talking about Bear Quack since like the Harry Hill show in the 90s. But he'd be all like, when, hey little hen, will you lay me an egg for my tea? And that was
What were we talking about this last time?
I think we did talk about it a while ago. Does no one remember this Harry Hill show? Yes, thank you. And Bear Quack used to come on trying to chase a chicken, and then he'd fail, and he'd sing.
This is the opposite end of our demographic. Like, so you lot are going for the older demographic, and me last.
I am the older demographic.
Yeah,
No, he is, to be fair. He is.
Compared to me last month going for the fucking Gen Zers being like talking about weird abstract memes that no one else knows
Well, to
about.
be fair, the last few episodes we have got down with the kids because we've been talking about Bernard Cribbins as well. We all know Bernard Cribbins is down with the kids, and then he died last month. So we talked about CBBS shit.
Bernard Cribbins was down with the kids when I was a kid.
Down with you?
Seriously, in celebration of his life, I've actually been watching an old Jack and Rory, the Jack and Rory reading of The Hobbit. It was the 3000th episode of Jack and Rory.
You were down with the Cribbs?
That was like 1979. So, you know, he was a fixture of Kids Nelly when I was like 5 years old. Fuck's sake.
Can you imagine the East and West Coast rappers battle in the UK, but it was the Buds and the Cribbs? So yeah, they're taking out big into fucking Bernard Cribbins, and they're like, oh, I don't know, what should we do? What what's an album?
I've suddenly got this mental image of Right Said Fred, not the band, the song that Cribbins did, not as a rap.
Don't you know? Right said Fred.
Come on, Paul, you're a resident rapper.
Is he?
Right, so collaborating, listen. Bernard Cribbins is back with an invention. I'll sing it all nicely. There they go. Dippy and Knightley, picking up the stuff in the rubbish in the park. It's Wimbledon, mate. I don't know. That's as close as I'm getting.
The return of medium-sized Dave.
Yes.
Speaking of the Wombles, there was a thing that it got revealed recently that Steel Eye Sam ended up as the Wombles on the pots. What?
I didn't follow any of that.
So the story goes, back in the day, when you were performing on top of the pots, you weren't and the musicians union guy takes down names, and it's like, oh yeah, and the people who actually do the recording have to be the people in the costumes on the show as well. And it's like, oh, that's useful. Why? Yeah, we'll do that as well. It's not like there's top of the box where the walls appear, but it's actually Steve Band with costumes.
Okay, that's weird. Yeah, the only stories I know about Top of the Pops is
Don't tell the stories everyone knows about, what's the space movie that I'm not allowed to mention.
what? No,
You keep fixing it on Top of the Pops.
Oh no, I was going to talk about that. I was going to say
Or the other one.
no, I was going to say specifically, like, because obviously my knowledge is like metal bands, so like how they said to Motorhead, oh, you need to mind some songs, and they went, alright, and then went on and just turned all their amps on and just played live anyway, over the top of the thing. And like how Iron Maiden went on, and they mimed the first half of Run to the Hills, and then when it got to the break before the second verse, they all started swapping instruments and shit on the stage.
Somehow I just can't see Iron Maiden on Top of the Pops.
I know, that's why they did it. It was because they were like, this is fucking weird.
I couldn't imagine Chumbawamba on Top of the Pops, and they did it. Chumbawamba, the total anti-establishment band that I would go and see, like in Cambridge when I was at university, and there they were with all these teen boppers that I get knocked down, but I it was
You couldn't even get through the one line of that song that people know.
I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never going to keep me down. I get knocked down.
I like the fact that
Have you got a drink? Have you got a drink?
everyone knows exactly.
You've got a license, so we're not allowed to
Songs that remind me of a good time. I think the songs that remind me of the better time.
But that's like how like everyone knows that like and it's a famous football thing. I'm pretty sure like loads of football fans will go absolutely mental if they then looked into Chumbawamba's like back catalogue and were like, oh shit, they're actually leftist as fuck, and they
Give the enemies a cigarette.
exactly. So yeah. Oh, so
Okay.
moving on to like we've introduced
I'm not sure how we segue this into talking about Keaton, but...
No, I was about to say we need to talk about what we've done this week.
Yeah, let's just hit a brick wall and do this.
It's time to discuss people in Keaton.
Okay, we're not going to talk about Arlington.
Oh, yes. Yeah. We're a Keaton.
Yeah, it counts.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, a couple of things.
What did I do this week? Well, it was Danny's birthday a couple of weeks ago. We were skinned.
Danny's birthday! I'm trying to clap on the microphone at the moment.
Congratulations on going around the sun another time.
The only new year that counts.
So yeah, because we were skint when it was our actual birthday, we just went out yesterday and had a meal, and yeah, it was nice. It was rather expensive, but still nice. And yeah, that's pretty much all we've been up to, really, isn't it? We've just been, because we've been so skint since the last show. Not gonna lie, we've been really super skint. So we haven't really been anywhere or done anything. I'll tell you one thing we have done since the last show. We waited for a donkey for 45 minutes.
What?
So he's not Danny going, wait. I just saw Danny over there just go, what the fuck is he talking about?
It's a reference to Clerks 2?
No. So we're at home. I think it's the weekend after the show, and Danny's mom's there, and she's we're like, what do we do?
Fucking hell, I misheard that, and I thought you just said that her mum died. I was like, Jesus,
We're waiting for a
fucking
donkey
Christ.
over here, and
I was like, you're a bit blasé about it.
just these things happen.
She got killed by a donkey.
Yeah, I dropped the toaster. She was in the bathroom inside the Bible. Sorry, Terry.
It's her fault for trying to make jam toast in fat.
She doesn't. Oh, no, you like a jam toast.
As they say,
What? Did you just say jam toast?
E, as they say, or.
Oh, right. Okay. I thought you just went, oh, whore. This thing, I met the woman.
Spiraling.
Wait a bit, my hearing.
What?
Exactly.
So she's down. I'm
This is
thinking
what audiences get when there's no fucking audience.
I know, yeah, we're just ramble out of shit now. So this will be good. We're not even going to talk about keeping stuff, I'll be honest. I'm just going to talk about what we've been up to. We'll be on the 50th there.
There's a fucking beyond intro that actually goes with this theme. The one where the dude kills himself.
So we'll think, whenever Danny's mum comes down, we always try and do something with Danny's nieces. And you've seen on Facebook or something like that, you've seen there was a community fair or a community fun day or something like that. So you said, why don't we take the kids there? He says, okay, so we go and we meet them. And as we drive down, we see this community fun day that seems to consist of 3 bouncy castles. That's it, 3 bouncy castles. I'm like, oh, okay. And then as we got a bit closer, we realised there was a bit more to it. And there was a top bowler as well.
Was it like, were all the bouncy castles the same size?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not like a difficulty setting, right?
No.
It's the easy bouncy castle, the medium bouncy castle, and the hard bouncy castle.
There was 3 bouncy castles.
Or is that the level of inflation?
And there was, like, you know, like
talking about capitalism.
It was like a carousel, but it was like such a ramshackle thing where the horses just kind of hooked on the top.
They basically just stapled wooden horses to the background.
They were literally on a long hook that attached to the top.
Oh, jeez.
And it's just going around. There's no barriers or anything like that. So these kids are going around, putting their feet out and kicking people on the way past. They're going like this with their arms all the way up. Trying to high five people on the way up. And then one kid lost his shoe. And another one tried to run in and pick it up, and the fellow who was operating went, no, don't, just because you'll get kicked by all the kids trying to get it. And then there was a donkey, or 2 donkeys rather.
They got hit by a flying shoe.
And there was a big queue for these donkeys. And we're watching.
There was fuck all else to do.
Exactly. And it's a really hot day. We called the sun. And so we're waiting in this queue with the kids for this donkey. And
Called the sun.
Called the sun.
Oh,
God,
I wasn't sure if you meant like called the newspaper or like actually physically called the sun.
I never call that fucking rat.
Exactly. That's why I got confused. And then, which is why the more logical thing was you actually call the celestial body going, turn it down, will you? Just see a giant pair of sunglasses appear. It's an eclipse.
So we're waiting for this donkey ride, and there's loads of kids in front of us, and I noticed something. I'm thinking, God, they're getting through these kids quite quick, even though the queues are enormous. And I looked at them thinking, where are they taking these donkeys? And they're literally putting these kids on the donkeys. They're walking them down here, and they're walking them back again. And these kids aren't spending very long on this donkey ride at all. And we're getting closer and closer, and then the donkeys need a rest. We're going to take them out of this bit of sun over here and move them into this bit of sun over there for 10 minutes. What? So eventually the donkeys come back and the kids get on, and I thought, I'm going to see how long these kids are on this donkey for. I timed it, did I? 54 seconds. We queued up for almost an hour for 54 fucking seconds of donkey ride. Paul, watch on. I mean, seriously? 54 fucking seconds of donkey ride.
To be fair, they shouldn't fucking do donkey rides anymore anyway.
Well, to be fair, these donkeys were kept in good nick. You tell the people who looked after them, well, to probably you only see them ratty donkeys who've got like 3 strands of fur left on them, and we're all just like, don't put them with my child on me. But, they were all right, they were well taken care of.
Be glad that none of you saw the physical action that went with that voice. Jesus.
Yeah, the cameras up this week.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much all we've been up to, really, isn't it?
Fair enough.
Not a great deal. I've got more stuff coming up over the next couple of weeks. About the interactions related. Joshua and I went and saw Star Trek the motion picture, the director's cut in 4K at the cinema. The new Star Trek series of finally sort of going on to Star Trek. So over the last couple of years, I've been introducing it to various bits of the older stuff. So we went through lots of we're just catching up on a couple of seasons of Discovery
the RP.
Yes, and so we an opportunity to go and see the motion picture. It's slow motion picture. Well, indeed, it's its own thing. It's an epic. It is. That's what we're for. If you think about it, it's still very much of an epic. At the end of that period, that brought us things like 2005: Space Odyssey.
Frodo started watching that movie. By the time it finished, he'd already got him out doing Throw in the Ring. He'd come back and died of old age.
In the beginning credits.
Yes.
Shit. Which, shit. Oh, it's in 4K this shit. It's very pretty in 4K, that shit. I've never seen the look at all the credits on the big screen. So, I've never gone and seen any of the original cast movies in the cinema. The first one.
Well, even I Star Trek 6, The Other Side of the Country, I saw that in the cinema when
Generations was the first one I saw.
When they went back in time.
That's 5.
No. Yeah. No, 4.
Right.
My dad won a radio contest when I was a kid, back when he did radio contest.
Yeah.
And he got told there was an ABC cinema, that's how old I am. ABC cinema in Allerton. My dad won a radio contest to go and see all 5 Star Trek movies over the course of the weekend. They were going to be the first, 6 actually. No, it must have been 5. Yeah, 6 or 11. Or maybe 1 anyway. So the first 3 were on the Saturday, and you were supposed to go and see the second 2, possibly the second 3 on the Sunday. But the tickets didn't arrive until Monday. So my dad was fuming because he was going to take me. So we got in touch with the radio station and said, your prize is late. They said, oh, sorry. And they switched them on. They gave us tickets to Star Trek 6 instead, which either had just come out or something. Anyway, I don't know. But that was the first film that I was, first Star Trek film that I would see in the cinema. The single screen, back when cinemas only had 1 screen. Yeah.
You kicked off about a prize.
I got a shit one in the cinema. I wanted to free something like that. You were supposed to give me 5 things and now you're going to give me 1 of them. I'm happy with that.
I mean, to be fair, like when it's a time thing where it's like, hey, here's something, but it's time sensitive, and then they're like, oh, here's your prize. You had to redeem that yesterday.
I know, but
that seems to be a fucking dickhead.
It still confuses me because it's like, okay, if Jeff Bell's going to win a contest, why don't you post the tickets? Why don't you just say to the cinema, Jeff Bell, when he comes,
cinema guest list.
Yeah, exactly. I don't understand why they didn't do that, but hey, it's not the only cinema tickets here, people. He won cinema tickets to an advanced exclusive screening of Arnold Schwarzenegger's amazing, one of his best movies, I'm sure we can all agree, Eraser. No one remembers Eraser. Okay, that's fine.
That's not the movie.
Yeah, the one where he's on the alligator at some point. I don't remember, but yeah, he won tickets to go and see that. Midnight screen, it took me uncle. Fair enough. That was too young at the time, unfortunately. But yeah, so fair enough. Anyway, so what else have you been on to? Or is that it?
That's about the only sort of geeky related thing that we did.
Fair enough. I was.
You've been on adventures.
Yeah, I went to Art Tangent Festival, which was good because normally in August I go to music festival every year. Normally it'd be Bloodstock, but then since last year's Bloodstock we found out that the organiser Vicky is a massive fucking transphobe. So
it came up with my memories of the the old.
Oh yeah. And then so I thought, well, I've already got the ticket to Art Tangent because originally the plan was I was going to go to both. But went to Art Tangent instead, immediately super way more welcoming, great environment and stuff. So saw a band that I think you'd like, Mike, called Pupil Slicer.
Oh well.
Fuck's sake. But no, it was great.
I don't know if you've seen this written this week, but I put up a photo. I was scrolling through. There was a photo from Zombie, with the scene on the boat that freaked me out as a kid. Yeah, and I put it on Twitter and said, this is the fucking scene that freaked me out as a kid. At the time, Tony took half the movies in it as well because he doesn't like eyeballs and he liked the tweet and that. Nice. And I said, my brother in eyeballs. My brother in eyeballs. Yeah.
I also
the world famous for movies.
Yeah.
So what's worse, eyeballs or E.T. and the Honey Monster?
And
in my eyeballs.
I mean, let's face it, who would like that?
Honey Monster leaning in, tongue gently.
I sent you the picture, didn't I? Fucking worlds apart. Tweeted a photo of they've had a restock of pops, and one of them was E.T. in disguise. It was the dress, the hat, and everything. I sent it to Doug. I was just like, the bastards have gone too far this time.
Fair enough. The only other thing I did was I discovered because while we were art dancing, me and my mates, we were talking about like some parts where we'd have downtime where we're not really doing anything. And I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put together a Crash Pandas one-shot. Crash Pandas is this like one-page RPG where the whole premise is you're illegally entering a street race, but also you're all raccoons and no one ever mentions it. Like, so yeah, it's a fun game.
What's the be raccoons if no one's going to mention it?
It's because it has
They call Crash Pandas if they were good.
because Trash Panda.
Oh, Trash Pandas. Sorry, I don't think you mentioned raccoons.
No, I did say Crash. It's fun. Well, I can hear it.
You will play on the passion in our eyes. Run with us, we are free.
Yeah.
You want to remember the raccoons cartoon?
Yeah, now there you go. But yeah, we didn't end up. We didn't end up finding the tools behind it.
Oh, shit. Can't remember.
He says, oh, it's like cricket like this is me. Yes, I'll get you back and get back your fucking guts. I'm going to burn down your forest and fucking make your eyes up its there.
Sorry, I was having too far.
Yeah, that's it.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Watching that on Saturday morning.
But we didn't.
Going live.
It was on the same channel as Guess with Jeff. But we didn't end up doing that. But as I was talking about it with my mate Jay, he goes, "Oh, well, that's similar to. Have you ever heard of the tabletop game Gasland?" I'm like, "No." And it's basically a tabletop game where you get Hot Wheels cars and make them look like they're from Mad Max, and it's like a tabletop war game.
Oh, yeah, like something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, like
Games Workshop did it with Dark Future.
Yeah.
Car Wars are finally doing it with the 6th edition that's just coming out.
Yeah, I didn't realise this was all a thing, so I was like, oh shit, and I bought the Gaslands rulebook and now I've got like a fucking bunch of Hot Wheels cars that I'm currently like chopping up and spikes and shit on.
I still have all my old Matchbox cars in the shed somewhere, and at some point I will be getting the new edition of Car Wars, and it's like,
Cool. I will have to send you the PDF of the Gaslands as well. So yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing.
Awesome.
So actual people have them.
Yes, let's talk about actual people and keep them, and let's bring everyone down first and get this shit out of the way. Ezra Miller, let's have an update on this, cause right, the train wreck just keeps on coming with this story. After what we've covered previously, there's been more allegations of Miller now starting a cult, and they've been charged with felony assault.
It's weird how it was a problem when Ezra Miller started a cult, but it wasn't a problem when Jared Leto did it.
Well, Jared Leto, people like Jared Leto. For some reason, some people like Jared Leto. But yeah, I don't. But now Miller is
my wife does.
What's that?
My wife does like
I know.
you remember she's got the active on her. She's got the mole.
Yeah, so in a move no doubt prompted by DC higher-ups, Miller has issued an apology statement. You know,
Ezra Miller apology to all idiots.
And what voice should we do for Ezra Miller? We need a voice for this idiot. Anyone?
Say that again?
We need a voice for Ezra Miller. Cyril Sneer. Prince Charles.
Prince Great Charles.
No, I'm sweating all I'll do the Cyril Sneer for it. Why not? Because let's face it, he's a knob. So,
Having recently gone through a time of intense crisis, I now understand that I am suffering complex mental health issues and have begun ongoing treatment.
they lied.
I want to apologize to everyone that I have alarmed and upset with my past behavior. I am committed to doing the necessary work to get back to a healthy, safe, and productive
Flash.
Yeah. I mean, how the hell do you promote that movie?
Warner Brothers Discovery want this money.
Yeah. I think Warner Brothers basically said, you need to start the apology tour now, because we've postponed your movie enough, we're not going to do it again. So, yeah, get this shit out of the way. So that's the bad news out of the way. We're going to go on to Terminator Dark Fate. Did anyone see that movie? Yeah. It's the one with...
It's the new sequel, rather than reboot.
It's the reboot of the reboot.
Genesis was the reboot, and Dark Fate is the new Terminator 3.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Yeah, so Linda Hamilton, because she came back with that movie, has talked about how the movie, it felt like something was missing. That's James Cameron, obviously. That's the only thing that's been missing from every fucking Terminator movie since Terminator 3.
Yeah, but let's face it, he's obsessed with new smurfs, so, you know.
What colour Smurfs is people normally try to give up? They're not like a great Smurfs too.
I'm like a step behind on James Cameron's obsessions. And I thought that you were going to say he said that the only way he's going to direct the next Terminator is if it's set on the Titanic.
No, this is James Cameron who likes the Avatar.
It turns out the T-800 stuck the Titanic. I'm flying, Jack! I'm flying!
I'm sure we touched on this already, but isn't the trailer that Avatar
Turns out Jack was
utterly boring?
Yeah, but Avatar 1's fucking boring.
It's taking it up. It's taking it more.
name a single character from Avatar.
That's it.
Yeah.
Is it Neytiri, is it? The female?
I don't know.
NCT or whatever the name is, yeah. And then Sigourney Weaver's character,
Sigourney Weaver, yeah.
I forgot Sigourney Weaver.
and then there was
The old guy.
the old guy.
That's not Popeye, that's it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love that film.
Yeah, no,
And Tim Curry is the sexiest version of pollution I've ever seen in my fucking life. He is Ron Warrington. Tim Curry is that bad guy in the Ferngully thing is the only good thing to come out of Global Warming. Clip for the intro.
James Cameron asked for Avatar to be removed from Disney Plus. Did you know about this? Because he wants to put it back out in cinemas again before Avatar 2 comes out. Yeah. Because as if that movie hasn't made enough money. I know. This is because only Avengers Endgame came out and made all the money. And James Cameron was like, oh, okay, yeah, well done, you made more money than Avatar. So I'm going to put Avatar back out and the pictures make a bit more money so we can get back to the top spot. Then Disney Plus come along and now we take it off so we put it back out again. So I think it's more just to remind people that Avatar's a thing.
Yeah, probably.
Because I don't know anyone who likes that movie. But yeah.
I was going to say, it sounds like we do, but we like Ferngully, which is the original bit of it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody had the ABC cinemas in Amazon.
It's in 3D.
I never saw it in 3D.
It was good in 3D, but in 2D you didn't like. No. It's very much one of those films where like it was made basically to be seen in 3D.
Yeah,
And,
I mean, he invented the technology so people could see it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like the only way Avatar is enjoyable is if you've got a personal IMAX screen, which fucker does.
So I'm sure some rich people do. Rich people have their own hype man. Yeah, there we go. Oh my! So I haven't got IMAX screen. I'm going to pick my hype man now. Just whatever he wants. But yeah, Terminator 2. That was obviously the best Terminator film.
Now that we've established that even further, I'm just expecting that halfway through the story, you're just going to be like, can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah!
He's well trained. Throw him a fish. So the Terminator 3 would have been alright if you'd have kept in the Sergeant Candy scene. Has everyone seen the Sergeant Candy?
Yes, I have.
Deleted scene.
That's why I actually I remember doing a Gabba remix of the Tell Me Steve Dave scene, and I called it the Sergeant Candy mix because of that scene.
Sergeant Candy.
Yeah.
But I won't make me laugh about that. Samuel L. Jackson dubbing over Arnold Schwarzenegger. yeah. That's amazing, that scene. But yeah, so, I mean, I wish James Cameron is one of those guys, whenever they make a new Terminator film, you always drag him out and say, oh, what do you think, James? Are you a producer on the new movie? He's like, yeah, this is the best fucking Terminator movie since Terminator 2. It's amazing. It's awesome. And then he always comes back at least a year later and goes, yeah, I just got to give the paycheck for that movie. I don't like it at all. Stop saying the good thing. He's having the fucking script. It's fucking not it. So, I mean...
Directing you also.
Yes, you direct them. Yes, or you're talking to us, me. Call me an arsehole.
The one that everybody forgets, my hot take, the best sequel after T2 was a TV show.
Yes, that was it was
such a shame that I didn't like it. It had a really interesting cliffhanger for the second season. Killed it. So, ruined it.
I still think what was the name of the fourth one? Terminator Salvation.
The future war.
Yeah.
The one with the...
I think that if they have actually gone, if they have actually gone through with the original idea for that would have been a good film. The idea where because
skinny John Connor.
Yeah, skinny John Connor and stick it on the Terminator so that John Connor, it's like John Connor's this weird fucking symbol rather than an actual person.
Well, that's kind of what Darth Vader is. It's in a kind of student, isn't it?
But it's like the idea of exploring the fact that the Terminators, no matter how far back in time they come, they can't get rid of John Connor because John Connor's an idea rather than an actual person would make a fucking good film, but none of them will do it right.
I mean, I like the Darth Vader as much as they brought back Edward Furlong to de-age him. And it's like, at this point, what was the point of even bringing him back? You know what I mean? Okay, so we know you're 40, but pretend you're 10. What? That's basically what... Oh, yeah. That's all he's like. It's done. Yeah, he's like...
Oh, John Connor! I thought you meant Arnie. Yeah, that's what threw me.
He's got my bicycle. Ding, ding. Look out, here I come.
No, because like in my... Yeah, I don't know where my head went. I was thinking of the scene where they de-aged... Yeah, Arnie in Terminator Salvation. That's what we're talking about, right?
No, he's not even in Terminator Salvation.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not. It's another dude with Arnie's face CGI.
Yeah,
but that was not the agent, really. It's a face replacement. They've been doing that since Park.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, so...
Imagine Terminator in Jurassic Park.
I need your calls, your boots, and your velociraptor. Oh my god, yeah.
There's been a lot of interesting comic book crossovers with the Terminator over the years.
Yeah, I want to see a film of Terminator versus Robocop.
Which one? The original or the more recent one? Because they've done two.
Oh shit, I didn't realise.
To me, you probably told me the new Robocop, the shit one.
The two versions of Terminator versus Robocop.
Right. But they're both original 80s Robocop.
So the one that's the same. I assume you're talking about Frank Miller, the original.
Yeah, the one that the Sega game was based on.
Yeah. No, could you imagine?
I also want to know Arnie versus Predator.
They've done Terminator Transformers.
Yes, probably makes sense.
That was part of the whole IDW fusion thing where you had Transformers, G.I. Joe, and everything.
Because I remember we did into Tails.
Yeah, I remember collecting those.
It's massive as well.
But I don't think Mask was a property in that form.
They have the movies, don't they?
Massive.
Mask was part of the Transformers.
Yeah,
I know when they decided actually we'll tie everything together. So it's the Hasbroverse.
Yeah, Hasbro said they wanted to do movies based on all the properties and maybe cross them over. So I think it's time for Mask Crackers as well. I would love a Mask movie. I would love a Mask movie.
What is the
vicious, evil network of mayhem.
Correct! It's only taken me 10 years to teach you that.
I know.
This is why that's so I saw the band Punk Rock Factory, and they do like quite a lot of all their sets are like punk/metal covers of like Disney songs, but also like 90s cartoon shows. And one of the songs they have in the set is the Mask theme song. Yeah, so it's like when I saw them live, they did that. They did the theme song for the Mask. They did the Powerpuff Girls. They did a Pokemon theme. They did Thundercats.
So basically just all music.
Yeah, basically. Which is why I was saying that we should use their album as a like cool down music, but then you're like, no, fuck, I'll still be here. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Got to turn everything off then. Well, what else have we got in news? Oh, Peter Jackson doesn't want to remember the Lord of the Rings movies. He wants to forget them. What it is it's not that he wants to forget them and that they're awful. It's just that he was obviously so close to it during the making of it, he never got to enjoy them as a fan. And he's just a huge, massive Tolkien fan, obviously, otherwise he wouldn't have taken the job. So now he's just like, I'm a bit gutted that I know everything about it, so I don't get to sit down. And apparently, I've got a quote off from here, so do we want to do Peter Jackson as a voice?
Yeah.
Who should do Peter Jackson as? A Hobbit. A Hobbit. Just a Hobbit. What does a Hobbit sound like? Peter Jackson is a Rufus, basically.
Do it as Brian Blessed. He's a Hobbit.
Go on then, Paul, see that you're doing Brian Blessed. You could do the fucking quote.
Okay, when we did like all of the Rings movies, I always felt I was the unlucky person who never got to see them as a coming out of the blue film. Jackson explained. By the time they were screening, I was immersed in it for 5 or 6 years gone by.
The microphones are blown out, Paul, like Jesus Christ.
For me not to be able to see them like everyone else. I actually did seriously consider going to some hypnotherapy guy to hypnotize me, to make me forget about the films and the work I had done over the last 6 or 7 years, so I could sit and enjoy them. Yeah. I didn't follow through with it, but I did talk to British mentalist Darren Brown about that, and he thought he could do it! Bilbo's alive!
Like the
Behind my Walkman!
The only downside I can see to that is, but it'd be like what?
You're really good at it.
No, I mean the idea that like he does that, and then watch all the films and be like, oh yeah, these were really enjoyable films. But then it'd be like this weird reverse gaslight situation where everyone's going, oh, so how did it feel to make the film? And he's like, what are you talking about? I just saw them last week.
He watched the films and he'd be like, oh, they were great. I wonder how they made them. And he's sitting and watching it. 20 hours of the extras.
Yeah.
It's all comes blood and bacteria.
Yeah, like hopefully that's the case. Otherwise, he's sat there going, who the fuck's this guy that pretended to be me? What the fuck's going on? Like having like a proper existential. Like I'm just imagining the bad scenario where he has like a massive existential crisis because he's like, someone's pretended to be me and made these films and I don't know why.
And then there's the moment when he realizes, why the fuck did I make The Hobbit into a trilogy?
Yeah.
Can you tell me more?
Sure, let's make Bad Taste too. Fuck it. I like that Bad Taste. I think it's a good movie.
Which one's that one?
Bad Taste. His first movie.
I don't remember which one that one is.
It's the one where the aliens come to Earth and they're taking humans to use as food on their own planet.
Oh.
Peter Jackson's in it as Derek.
Oh,
and he falls off a cliff and smashes his head open and he keeps having to shove his brains back into his head.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's made for £100 but it's fantastic.
Good.
That's about $7 in New Zealand.
Exactly, yeah.
The one I always think of as Ringo. And then the one he directed about the lesbian couple who like one of them killed Yeah, I always think of that one too, where like one of them killed their mother.
What's her name? Who's now in
What's her name? Because she was on 2.5 Hours for a long time as well.
something I'm watching here.
Yeah, she played Yellow Jackets, doesn't she?
Yeah,
Was that the Fridays? The Fridays is great. Oh, I love the Fridays. The fact that Fridays is basically a sequel to Full Metal Jacket. It's the sequel that no one ever acknowledges, but Arlie Amy is in it I forget what it is. I forget what the film is off the top of my head. Was that? No, I can't remember what it is. But basically, anyway. But she's in that film. I forget the name of the film off the top of my head. But, yeah. Anyway, speaking of films, let's talk about films properly then, shall we?
Rules and killers of hand in movie news.
Okay, so, seeing as we've already talked about DC and they're handling it as Miller, let's talk about what the hell's going on over there. They cancelled Batgirl, the Batgirl movie. That had already been fucking filmed.
Warner Brothers Discovery, as we've already kind of
I mean, that movie, they literally finished filming the movie, it was done. Yeah. Maybe they had to go back for a couple of reshoots.
and they apparently have done the digital equivalent of blurring the negatives.
No. That was
off the service.
I don't think I actually put it on here, but basically it was a misquote. It's a French interview that had been mistranslated. So it's like being removed from what happened is the directors had said that when they found out that the movie was going to be cancelled, they were like, shit, we need to get this as much as we can, because then maybe we can try and leak a bit out and maybe get to see, even if we just keep some for ourselves, just so we can say, we made this is our work. And they went on to the DC server and the movie wasn't there. They're now, that been mistranslated, people have said saying that DC have deleted the movie. It's not, they just revoked their access to the server. So basically they allowed them the shared drive, if you like. So it's not gone, it's just they don't have access to it. Because DC, when they kicked Zack Snyder off of Justice League, he sold the negative for the Snyder Cut. And he was just putting bits and pieces of it out of it, drawing up his own support for the Snyder Cut. They didn't want that happening again, because they lost a hell of a lot of money on that. And now they don't lose money technically on this, they give it as a tax write-off. But it means that they can never show frame one of that movie, because if they do, they've got to pay tax on it, and they just don't have the money for it.
Except that they are now saying that they're potentially going to have sort of
they are having funeral screenings. So basically, execs basically get to see whatever was made. It's obviously not finished. There's no CGI. I'd say there was probably reshoots that were needed, but they can basically show what they had, but only for selected individuals who work for DC, Warner Brothers, which is this.
The whole thing's fucking bullshit.
I know.
Everything that seems to be going on with Warner Brothers Discovery. I'm sure we're going to be talking more about this later as well, because it's like Scoob 2 also went the way of Batgirl.
Yeah.
I mean, admittedly I haven't seen the original one, but I like the idea of what they were doing there with this kind of Hanna-Barbera-verse.
Yeah.
Version of Scooby-Doo. And that was going to be a Christmas movie, so that would have been right up there, right?
Well, what I've read this week is that basically after the merger has taken place where Discovery have bought Warner Brothers, there's not enough money left in the pot for them to publicise and release 10 more movies this year. They've only got space for 2 more, which have already been allocated. So that's why everything's been pushed over to next year or beyond. They just don't have the money for it.
But they're also basically, it looks like they're gutting HBO Max, which is apparently
it's probably the most successful money though. It's not making anything. It's not.
It's fucking weird though that every single that most, if not all, the shows that they've got rid of HBO from HBO Max are all the ones with LGBT / people of colour leads.
Yeah, which is a fucking. I don't know if that's coincidence or if there's plenty of other things.
The new CEO is a massive right-wing MAGA dude.
Well, the new CEO he hates streaming, so that's one of the reasons why he's still carrying over. Because Batgirl was supposed to go direct to streaming. Let's not forget that. It was going to be released in the UK for some reason, but it's because of now, which will be another story.
It's like if they'd just taken stuff down, it wouldn't have been as bad. It's the fact that with certain shows like Infinity, I've forgotten what. There's one of the cartoon shows that they're doing that is one of the ones with the LGBT leads, and not only have they got rid of all the things from HBO Max, they deleted all the existence of it on the Cartoon Network YouTube. They deleted every mention of it on the Cartoon Network Twitter feed. So it's like they're trying to make sure that no one knew the cartoon even fucking existed.
You see, this is why we need piracy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's crazy, but, you know, without piracy, we wouldn't have all this.
To bring us back, we have, absolutely.
There's so much.
Exactly. Just to bring us back to John Lennon's message at the beginning, fuck capitalism.
It's amazing how much media we would lost if people didn't pirate stuff. It's crazy. And
Something that if things didn't get.
We had some Sunday or
Monkhouse.
Yes, Paul Monkhouse was renowned for basically taking stuff off air. He had a massive archive, but they're still working through.
Oh, yes.
Did we come that long time ago?
the original pilot.
Was that
Basically like the original pilot.
He's the original pirate, yeah. Yes. There's so much out there that if you hunt for it online, you'll find it, but it will never be like put on Netflix or, you know, even Box or anything like that.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that? I don't know what it was. It blew up. Well, is everything still? Yeah, everything's still recorded. That's fine. So the back end of it all basically means we're not yet again another appearance of Michael Keaton is gone by the inside.
Yeah, we're not getting the return of Michael Keaton.
No, he's probably going to get the Flash at this point. They'll reshoot the Flash. Because again, the fact that they're
replace him with Batfleck.
Well, no, that was in Aquaman 2. Keaton's Batman's gonna go.
Who doesn't melting like in Crisis when they just started?
Well, that's what they were leading to. They were going to lead up to Infinite Crisis.
Crisis melting. Continue.
Yeah, they were just going to. Yeah.
It depends how they exist, like how we see it. It's just so stupid.
I know, but as I say, if they even show one single frame of that movie publicly, they've got to pay on it. And they're not going to do it. Which is a shame because Brendan Fraser was supposed to be fantastic in that movie. Everyone has seen it and said he's really good. It's tested well. It's tested as well as Shazam 2. So if that can get released right on this, J.K. Simmons, we're not going to see him back as Commissioner Gordon. You know, he had like 2 minutes in Justice League, and he's got all kinds of fun as well. I know, he was jacked as shit. But no, but DC, I remember years ago, DC had a show, like a DC showcase, I think it was actually called, and it was presented by Zack Snyder and Kevin Smith, where they announced all the upcoming movies that would be coming out. And they said, yeah, we're going to make a Flash movie that'll be out in 2016. We're going to make a Cyborg movie. We're going to make a Martian Manhunter movie. We're going to make Justice League 1 and 2. And they announced all these movies that just never ever happened. And even a Green Lantern Corps movie, which is now a TV series, which again is unlikely to happen. But they, you know, I remember Zack Snyder was supposed to be there, Kevin Feige, he was overseeing everything. And then, obviously, he's come away. So then, we actually reported on that, I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a story that, was it Dan DiDio or someone like that was going to be there. Kevin Feige.
Remember that,
yeah, we had something like that, and then that fell away. And now,
to be there, Kevin Feige next.
funny you should ask, Paul. It's going to be a guy by the name of Dan Lin, who was previously attached as a producer on the George Miller Justice League movie. He also worked on the Lego movies, the It movies. He's also attached to an Inspector Gadget reboot, and apparently a Settlers of Catan movie that's been in development for 5 years or so.
Yes, I vaguely recall this.
I mean, like they've adapted weird board games.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
coming off one of them.
it can't be worse than Battleship.
So, excellent movie. I've seen another movie called Pegs, so I downloaded the wrong one by accident. This Dan Lin, he's called it, outside it now, he's a fanboy, and he's called the Justice League movie The One That Got Away. Because that movie was like a week away from filming when it got shut down. Really enjoyed it.
The cast and
they were ready to go. Sets were built, costumes were built, done everything. I don't know if you've ever seen any photos that leaked out from it. Some of the costumes aren't great, I'm not going to lie to you. But,
Is that one with Nick Cage and Superman? I'm joking.
No, it was the one with Bobby Hammer as Batman. And,
that potentially could have gone a different way.
It was the one with, what's that guy's name? Adam Brody. He was supposed to be Wally West.
Adrian Brody.
Yeah, no, Adam Brody, the old one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was thinking
For like the OC or one of them shows.
Yeah, he's that. He's one of these.
Yeah, he's on the show. Yeah, I think he's
One of the Sham kids.
which one is he? Not Billy, he's the other kid. Yeah. One of it. Yeah. Big Z. Yeah. He's there with the eyebrows. Well, talking about another movie that is not going to be released on HBO Max. It's not all bad news though, because Evil Dead Rise is going to be released in the cinema instead. So, yes.
I mean, obviously I saw that and immediately got on you.
I knew about it already. I was on that one straight away.
Yeah.
I think I've got my Google News alert set up, my friend. I certainly do. So it was always coming to the cinema in the UK. It's been announced that obviously because we don't have HBO Max over here, the closest that we have is they've got a working relationship with Sky Movies, which is why we got.
Bearing in mind that I think we're going to be getting, given that they're talking about basically shuttering HBO Max and moving everything over to Discovery Plus,
We've got we can get Discovery Plus, so we'll get all this.
Yeah, so that'll be potentially interesting.
But Evil Dead, the fifth official Evil Dead movie, not counting the weird Italian spin-offs. So because over in Italy, it's got a weird title, and
Evil Dead Spaghetti.
it's something like that. It's like House of the Evil Dead or La Casa, that's what they call La Casa. So they're not the house movies as you would assume they are the Evil Dead movies. And they made a bunch of Italian sequels that have got nothing to do with anything to do with Evil Dead. They do kind of tie into that.
In my brain, I just thought of an Evil Dead version of the Italian Job. I thought that was where you were going with this. I don't know why.
Hold on, I've got an idea. Casta, Estrata, and Mentos. Then we're going to be
To be fair, as soon as you said Italian Evil Dead, I was just thinking the good, the bad, and the Evil Dead. Spaghetti horror.
Well, that would be trying something new with the Evil Dead franchise, which is what this movie is doing. As opposed to being set in a cabin in the woods like all the other Evil Dead movies have so far, this one is going to be set in
the woods.
No, it's set in a high-rise block of flats. Yes. So it's going to be interesting.
Evil Dead needs to attack the block.
Pretty much, yeah. So the book of the is found in the basement of this tower block, and then shenanigans.
What's the name of the fucking kung fu movie that's all in the tower?
The Raid.
Yeah. Like Evil Dead against versus the Raid. Like that's kind of what I'm imagining in my head. That'd be interesting.
I'm sure there'll be content from this DLC for the new Evil Dead game that's recently come out, because they've, along with all the regular Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness stuff, they've just put in Mia and David from 2013's Evil Dead reboot. And I'm sure we're going to get Evil Dead Rise content in there as well. The movie's going to be directed by a guy called Lee Cronin, who directed a movie called Hole in the Ground, which we watched. I don't know if you remember it. The kid goes missing, and she keeps saying to him, "Don't go in the woods, don't go in the woods." And she goes into the woods, and she finds a big hole in the ground. There's monsters down there. I'll be honest with you, it's more of a thinker than a scare movie. It's going to be produced by Sam Raimi, Rob Tapper, Bruce Campbell, who have all been quite hands-on with the production. So, no exact release date as yet, but at least it's escaped the dumpster fire that is HBO Max. Speaking of other movies that are coming to the cinema, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 has been announced. What we can live in a world with, there are 3 Sonic the Hedgehog movies and only 1 Super Mario movie.
I don't know, but as personally it's the better.
I actually really like the Super Mario movie. Super Mario the movie was written by the same people who wrote Dad's Army. That is a weird fact that no one knows. Hell yeah. It's good. I enjoy it. It takes massive liberty.
It's Mario.
I do like the fact that it's like, other than the fact that it weirdly was like, hey, there's a Mario Brothers, but this is my son. Like,
He's not his son. He's not. Is he not? They're brothers. It's Mario and Luigi Mario.
I thought Luigi Mario was his son in that. I might misremember it.
No, you're misremembering. It's pretty much that movie. It's just like, okay, who do we get to play these Italian plumbers from Brooklyn? Let's get a Cockney and a Mexican. Let's do that. That makes no sense, but why not?
And someone Nintendo games until like getting the fucking Game Boy. So
Mario's great games. I still go.
they're alright games, but I grew up with Sonic, so
I bought Mario Maker for the Switch just because I enjoy Mario.
yeah, I Mario Maker for the Switch.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, apparently Bob Hoskins was pissed pretty much the entirety of that movie. Every time.
I thought you were going to say Bob Hoskins was pissed at the new Sonic 3 thing.
Beyond the grave, he's just like, reach out and touch somebody and tell them the fucking Sonic shot.
I even forgot that Bob Hoskins died. Is he dead?
Yeah. Is he dead? He died in like 1990 or some shit, didn't he? Died before he made Mario. That's how dead he was when he beat. I don't know. So
I'm Googling this.
he is dead. I assure you he's dead.
Yeah, I think he checked me got a 2014.
Nah, I think maybe about 2010 maybe. Thereabouts.
I tell you what's happening.
Anyway,
my brain was going, oh, I'm seeing him in new things. Nope, that's David Frost.
No, well, he's long dead. But anyway.
David Frost?
No, you're right, 2014.
There we go. Okay.
Fair enough.
So after grossing $402.2 million at the worldwide box office, it's inevitable that Paramount will pull the gun on a third Sonic movie. And they've what's that?
They better do it after the end of Sonic 2.
Yeah, I wasn't going to get onto that.
Alright.
I haven't seen Sonic 2 yet, but I don't know.
Have you not?
No.
You sure? It's fun.
I will do. They've confirmed a release date like Emperor Palpatine. You know? Christopher Lee somewhere to go, no. Anyway, they confirmed the release date of December 20th, 2024. It's unknown at the moment if Jim Carrey will be back as Dr. Robotnik after announcing his retirement from acting earlier this year, but the plot is expected to revolve around Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Nucky Bear. Roger, of course, the Nucky Bear will be along for the ride as well. And they're going to be taking on Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah,
And if you can't wait until 2024 for some reason, then good news. There's a Knuckles miniseries on his own debut. Paramount Plus towards the end of 2023. Idris Elba as a red echidna.
Yeah.
Sure.
The one thing I do miss is because the Sonic Boom cartoon. As a Critical Role fan, I have to that's going to be my favourite Knuckles because it's Travis Willingham from Critical Role.
Anytime anyone says boom for me, because I've been watching a lot of AEW recently, all I hear is boom, like fucking AEW dynamite.
Now the Sonic Boom is a bit weird and meta, but it's a good cartoon. But I will watch this Knuckles series because I will. Yes, I'm rather intrigued. Like I said, I think it's not a spoiler for Sonic 2. I mean, it's been out in yeah. No, it was. I tell you the one thing that fucking threw me, which I wasn't expecting in the film, was them to use a Pantera song. Because of it being a kids movie, I was just like, oh, they're gonna make reference to Sonic things and popular fucking pop songs. So having groove metal on the soundtrack threw me, but I was like, yeah, okay, I can get into this.
Fair dues.
Yeah.
Right, what other movies have we got coming out? Oh, here's another horse that should be stopped to be flogged by now because it's long dead. Saw 10 has been announced. Yes, yeah, we're up to 10 fucking Saw movies.
It's now just called Steam.
I don't know at this point, they have not announced any.
Sorry, I just have to shit.
Prequel or C?
What's that?
Prequel.
Well,
C.
Which is C. Oh god, no.
Because Tobin Bell going.
Well, because it's been announced as Saw 10 and not Jigsaw 2 or Spiral 2, I'm thinking it's going to be continue on for the original Saw movies. Maybe get back Tobin Bell. I don't know. The guy's not been in the last few years.
I saw a screenshot from one of the previous films where they were like, hey, how do we make Tobin Bell look younger than you think? So just put it back in class.
That's it though. It's not a prequel scene or anything like that. That's him going up to the guy who's claiming to have been kidnapped by Jigsaw. He makes it up for yeah, and that's Jigsaw going up, basically just having a look at him going, yeah, you're a fucking liar, and you're a liar. And then he catches it and everything. Right. Well, yeah. So that's going to be out October 27th.
From Lincoln Park until the media thing.
Yeah, October 27th of next year by Kevin Gruter, I think his name is, who directed Saw 6 and 7. Gruter. Came on today, yeah. So, yeah,
it cleaned him up nicely.
Exactly, we got together. He was broken. And for all your listeners, I've got a baby Groot in Funko Pop, and when I picked him up from the bus, his head was broken, his bobble wasn't bobbling, so I had to fix him. But he's fine now, and he's on the desk as a little mascot.
How'd you retrieve it? Get the hamsters.
I just went through balls, just picked it up in a box.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm not doing the Lemmy mix with it. No. Speaking of which, I watched the South Park 25th anniversary concert today.
Alright.
Yeah, that was good fun.
I need to watch it because I was like, it's got Primus and Rush involved.
Primus, Rush, and Wii. Yeah. It's good. I enjoyed it. Okay, so what other movies have we got? There's a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie coming. No one seems to care. Okay.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I like them. They're nice. Yeah, exactly. I was doing the new Black Widow actually with that kid Bishop. I like you. You're my best friend.
Right.
So Seth Rogen is behind this. This is through his company.
Just fucking high the entire time.
Well, maybe. This is through his company Point Grey, which has got quite a good track record if you look at what they've released. They did The Boys on they did Preacher, they did Invincible, they've done a bunch of Rogen movies, obviously, as you can imagine, and now they're doing the new Ninja Turtles movie.
So basically the first 5 minutes, like Leonardo stabs someone, Raphael stabs someone to death.
I just want Rogen to play Michelangelo just so he can go for the entire length of the movie. Is that what...
This is where they're going to, like, is they're going to call it Hero Turtles, just so then they can have Michelangelo sit around and do nothing because he's technically not allowed to use the nunchuck.
It's actually called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, God. I'm just having flashbacks to the very first conversation we ever had.
Wow.
Because we were talking about the fucking Hero Turtles.
Oh, my God.
How
sorry, I can't remember something that happened 12 years ago now at this point. Jesus Christ.
Was it 12 years ago?
No, it must have been 10 actually. Yeah, 10. Sorry, yeah, my mistake. But yeah, so this has been worked on by the directing team behind Mitchell's vs. the Machines, and while not much is known about the plot at the moment, it's said to focus more on the teenage aspect of the Turtles, so kind of think Superbad but with nunchucks.
So the Turtles are going to turn up, kick some bad guy out, and when the bad guy's like, who are you? They're just going to yell mean shit at them and leave.
Yeah. They're going to be on Heeley skates.
Yeah. Turn up, film a TikTok of you got to tell her it's filming a TikTok of Leonardo. I'm like, no, it's so unfair. Go to your room.
Split through a little dance or something like that. Oh my God, Daddy. It's very happy.
How do you say, down with the kids?
Okay. Oh God. Right. What else have we got? Okay. So we talked about Lord of the Rings earlier with Peter Jackson. We're going to talk about Lord of the Rings again because we're going to be getting some new Lord of the Rings movies.
Oh.
Well, apparently, if the new owners of the franchise get their way. So we've got Lord of the Rings: Rings of Power coming to Amazon as of the 1st of September, and it was announced last week that the Embracer Group, which sounds, I know, Netflix on the
that's what I was just looking at. Wait, hold on a second.
No, it was announced by this company called the Embracer Group, which sounds a bit one of those fake names that evil corporations in movies have.
Yeah, no, I mean that.
The Embracer Group.
It's like
we are a shell company.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like you can take
it's the head of it, you know.
Yeah, you can fully imagine someone writing a fucking anti-capitalist thriller called Embrace Ahead or something. you know what? Mate, I'm an anarchist. Of course I'm going to talk about capitalism.
Companies run like a spree. of season 5, yeah, trust me. Headache from Michael Spring. There's a spoiler for a TV show that finished like 8 years ago. And Paul's only just watching it now.
Breaking Bad.
I haven't watched into that yet.
God's sake. So
I only realised that the week that saw like his name is a pun.
yes. So good, man.
Yeah, I didn't realise that until fairly recently.
Oh, yeah. So,
Because, like, again, I've never seen the show,
reading the show.
and like, I always hear it like not said that way.
So the Embracer Group now hold the worldwide rights to motion pictures, video games, board games, merchandising, theme parks, Lord of the Rings theme park, and stage productions related to the iconic fantasy literary works of the Lord of the Rings trilogy and The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. And it seems that they're making the most of this already by exploring the idea of spin-off movies for some of their franchise favourite characters. So we've got a quote
still
here
can't
from...
do anything from the Silmarillion.
No, I think so. I think we can too.
Apparently they're not got the rights to it.
I'll talk about that. Well, it's...
If they got the same rights as Peter Jackson, then
I don't know, it just says the literary works of J.R.R. Tolkien. So, maybe that means... What's that?
Anything is written.
Anything is written.
fair enough.
Yeah. So we've got
unfinished tale shit.
we've got a quote here from Lars Wingfors, founder and group CEO of Embracer Group. So we need a voice for Lars. Scooby-Doo.
No, I was going to say if he's Lars, you can I was just thinking Lars Ulrich, so you can just go full rocker.
Yeah. And he's got let's see.
Wedge out
Pinky? No, not the Pinky.
Do the Swedish chef.
Not the Swedish chef.
That's why I was going to say Dr. Roxo, the rock and roll clown. He does cocaine. What? It's a Metalocalypse character. I've never watched it.
Boo. Let's see. Okay.
Doug's so offended by clowns that he's kicking shit.
Big Summer Love, the guy from Frozen. I can only see that one line, but it's not even a line, really, is it?
That guy.
Yeah, do you want to say it?
Right. Which bit?
I'm truly excited to have the Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, one of the world's most epic fantasy franchises, join the Embracer family.
That's how you have to say it.
Opening up more transmedia opportunities, including synergies across our global group.
Says Lars Wingefors. Founder and group CEO of the Embracer Group.
Other opportunities include exploring additional movies based on iconic characters such as Gandalf, Aragorn, Gollum, Galadriel, Eowyn, and other characters from the literary works of J.R.R. Tolkien. Hello.
Will embrace us. We have your Tolkien now. Embracer Group. Embracer.
Other things that we should embrace then.
Unlimited.
Go on, it's Ryan Reynolds is remaking Clue.
What?
Yeah, I fucking adore Clue. It's one of my favourite 80s comedies.
To be fair, the only thing I ever remember about Clue is I am your singing telegram.
There's a credit clip, thanks, Paul.
That's literally the only bit I ever remember.
Another clip that I'm going to sample scripted Paul.
Oh, God. So, yeah, the remake Clue, if anyone doesn't know, Clue is the movie version of Cluedo. And includes all the...
The Americans have a stupid fucking name for Cluedo.
Yeah, well, yeah, it includes all the characters, Professor Plum, Colonel Mustard, Miss Peacock, they're all there. And Ryan Reynolds is going to presumably be the Tim Curry role.
I think it would only be good if they made it up the road at Arley Hall like they did the TV show.
Oh, God, yeah, I forgot there was a TV version.
After TV turned Arley Hall, which is close to where we are, into Arlington Grange, and one season they had Tom Baker as Professor Green, didn't they?
Yes. Did I do it?
Now that was how you do Cluedo. Each week they do the sort of celebrity murder mystery.
But with the original Cluedo movie, what they did is they shot 3 or 4 different endings, I think it was.
Oh yeah, so it could have been this.
Yeah, it could have been this. Well, in the States, what they did is they released it into different cinemas with different endings on. So depending on where you went, Mrs. Peacock could have been the killer, or if you went to a different screening, Colonel Mustard was the killer.
That's actually really
It's a great idea, but people were getting pissed off because they talked to their mates and go, they'll do a different ending, or possibly this, and then on the DVD it does that as well. It shows all 4 endings.
Oh, but that has such potential for it to do what I said about the Evil Dead thing, where it randomizes the ending when you watch it.
Yeah.
You should have done it that way.
Well, Paul sent me a thing the other day. Is they're doing the 4K edition of Army of Darkness, which has got I think 4 discs, 4 or 5 discs or something. And one disc is the theatrical version, one is the director's cut version, one is the international version, one is the television version.
Yeah,
all 4 versions.
For clarity, it's only the original.
Only the theatrical version is in 4K,
because they can't find all the bits.
Yeah, television version is only in 4K. So the theatrical is 4K, directors and international are in HD, and the television version is in standard def. So presumably Ryan Reynolds in this Cluedo movie will be the character of Wadsworth, who is a butler, which means he buttles. And it is being written by Brett Reese and Paul Wernick, who wrote the first Deadpool movie. So they know how to write with Ryan Reynolds. The movie is undergoing a script polish at the moment by a guy called Oren Uziel, who is a screenwriter of the Cloverfield Paradox, the one on Netflix that no one likes, and 22 Jump Street. And he also wrote for Reynolds as he did uncredited work on Detective Pikachu. The movie is set to be directed by James Bobbin, who his most notable works apparently are the 2 most recent Muppet movies and Dora the Explorer. So,
And also, it makes sense for them to film it at Arlington Hall, because let's face it, he's spending a lot of time in Wrexham.
He certainly is,
And it's on deck.
I love the fact that they're all focused on Ryan Reynolds is coming to Wrexham, Ryan Reynolds is that, and I just go, what about John McElhenney and I do? Like, does no one watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia? It's a fantastic show.
A game that I'd love to see turned into a film? Couple on chess. I just want to see how the fuck they do that.
Speaking of chess, right,
Chess is basically just any film where a king dies.
Well, I went to the fucking Waterstones the other week because my daughter was getting her nails on, and I'm just, got 45 minutes to kill or something like that. So I went to Waterstones and just having a look around, which when you phoned me, that's where it was in Waterstones at the time. I'm at the board game shop, and there it is, fucking Queen's Gambit game. Why would you do a board game over a fucking TV show about fucking chess? I'm fucking out of it. It winds me up.
Maybe it's like chess with extra steps, like the 4D chess.
Oh, you mean like Mr. Spock's try-D chess?
Speaking of 4D chess, is I don't know if you've been watching it, the Industrial Light and Magic documentary on Disney Plus, where they showed how they did the hologram chess in Star Wars, and they did a little stop motion. Oh, it was fucking fantastic. And it's nice to be able to actually see, because they showed the raw footage before it's been like making green and ground, and
that's so good. I need to watch that.
It shows you the original models, the figures. It's great. It's such a great documentary as well.
Yeah. I've just realised that if 3D chess is the one with multiple boards where it's so I guess 4D chess is the one where if
you have to play
what?
You have to play it in slots.
No, I was imagining it's like the fucking 4DX movies where you're halfway through and someone throws it. It's throwing your chair around and shit.
Wizards chess,
That's the one where they all kill each other and then give money to the transfer.
Kill the Jew. Right. There's a clip. So one last piece of film news I've got is that Clerks 3, as Paul was mentioning earlier, was it during the show? Was it before? We were talking about Clerks 3. It's getting a limited run in the UK from September the 16th. Only cinemas announced so far are the Prince Charles Cinema in London. That one with the Kevin Smith toilet. He's literally got a toilet named after him.
I think that's the one where I went to see the streaming of Keeper Yoga hoses. Yeah. That's the one where I was in the queue and then Jan came up to me and was like, "Hey, I don't know you, but you're in the queue. Do you want to be in my film?"
Come on.
I need to double check with him, but last I checked, I've apparently. My previous self is possibly is in a film that will possibly be on
anyone doesn't know, is the police action series that we invented.
Yeah.
About a renegade cop who lives on a tugboat and has a fish called Margaret. A salmon.
Yeah, that's Salmon Paul.
Yeah. And Paul does the voice, and he's Scottish.
And the bad guy was, what was he called? He was like mozzarella or something, and he was a gangster that ran out of a pizza shop. And we established that at the end of every single episode, his tugboat exploded.
Yeah. And Dredge's dad, he doesn't speak to his dad, but he lives on an oil rig. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that bit.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a reference to Paul and Bill in there somewhere?
But that's the whole thing. But if you go to the cinema,
If you want Dredge merch, you can find it on our
Dredge merch on the 50-foot store. Yeah, tinyurl.com/50-foot store. Get your Dredge merch. I actually made a Dredge t-shirt and wore it to Wales Comic Con. Do you remember? Everyone's like, we have t-shirt for the poster for a movie that doesn't exist. Obviously, that was great. The Mockingbird Cinema in Birmingham. That's the other cinema with the movie. We were going to watch the trailer, but seeing as we knocked on the TV, and why not? So that is all the movie news. I'm going to hand over to Paul now, who's going to take us through the worldwide tiny movie wobbly space Doctor Who. It's only my type of man to work for you. I mean, isn't that right, Doug?
It was easy for everyone, it's not special.
Exactly. How you doing?
Not a lot happening there. Thank you.
Me, not you.
There's not a lot of Doctor Who news right at the moment. We're just at that we're just on the cusp of when we're going to be getting all the stuff, because the as yet untitled Centenary special is soon-ish.
I did read the potential title this week. I did read a potential title this week, but I can't remember what it was. It was.
The only potential title I heard was Die, BBC, Die.
It was like something like that. It was called. I can't remember.
But all we know is it's going to be airing in October as like a week of special celebrating the Beast birthday. So, as you know, Sakinuan is back as the Master, the Daleks, the Cybermen. We've got 80 companions here and there. We are probably going to start getting stuff literally. Do we actually want to swap? Trailers most of the start dropping over the next week or two, I'm sure.
A little weird alien monkey thing.
Oh, Peter Lee. No, that's it. The 60th anniversary.
That'll be
I did see a photo this week that was Julie Whittaker and her stunt double, the French stunt double. They were outdoors on a cliff top. That is where the photo was taken. Now, I'm not saying that may be anything to do with where the regeneration takes place, but we have been told that the regeneration is outdoors this time. I'm not saying anything more than that, but
I can imagine it, just imagining every other regeneration has just been stood there. This one just goes, "No, I'm doing it itself," jumps off the fucking cliff.
The first time the doctor regenerated because he fell off something.
Yeah. Fair point. John Wayne.
Yeah. Tom Baker fell off a salad dish.
Oh yeah. Just wakes up as a bigger person.
It's a Peter really?
What?
Peter Davidson.
All right.
Who do you think I meant? Not Peter Davidson. Yeah. Not Peter Davidson.
I was fully picturing him turning into P. Diddy. So then they're like, "What happened to the Doctor? What happened to you, Doctor?" And he's just like, "This is a Black Man remix."
Oh, God, off, man. That's not going to make any sense to anyone.
Oh fuck, what was that Britney Spears song? It wasn't even the Britney Spears song, it was the Will I Am song. With Britney Spears, it was the one where Britney's doing that really awful English accent.
I know the one you mean.
Long story short, this is a remix. This is a Super Black Man remix.
Yeah.
It just sang that over the entire remix.
Yeah. No, it wasn't even that one. It was a remix because
Toxic. We Spears song.
Yeah, but we had it as an end song one episode, but we called the episode
the Super Black Man remix.
Oh yeah. Yes. I forgot about that.
fucking joke because I'm the only one that's allowed to make that fucking joke. So Doctor Who, Paul. So we do still have a bit of news though. The latest of the Blu-ray Doctor Who the collection has been
Blu-ray?
It's going to be the first black and white season to get the Blu-ray box set treatment. Season 2, so that's William Hartnell's second season, covering 1964 to 1965, is coming to Blu-ray. It was a good run of stories, and it's a good box to put out because they've literally got all but 2 episodes. So
I saw the Lee Manley who does all the ADR work. He had a theory about the artwork. It's obviously a big colour photo, really hard on the front, and then says as you go through the box set, the colour drains more and more out of the pictures, so that when you put the Blu-ray in, it's black and white.
Yeah.
So it takes you from the colour world slowly into the black and white of the show. I thought it was really clever how they have done that.
It's the season that gave us some classics like Dark Invasion, and the aforementioned partially missing story, The Crusade, which is going to be completed with Telsnap reconstruction. So unfortunately, they're not doing any more of it.
Right.
But there's going to be 3 brand new documentaries in the box set, which will join the legacy extras from the DVDs, and that includes friend of the show, Toby Hayer, doing another of his In Search of documentaries. This time he's in search of script editor David Whittaker. So apparently not that much previously known about him. A lot has been found out. It'll be an interesting documentary, I'm sure. And speaking of David Whittaker, Doctor Who, in an exciting adventure with the Daleks, gets a fully illustrated, some people just refer to it as Doctor Who and the Daleks, but it's the first novelisation that was done way back in 1965. And on the cover of the original, it calls it Doctor Who in an exciting adventure with Daleks. So I will always refer to that book as Doctor Who in an exciting adventure with Daleks, getting a fully illustrated hardback in November. So it's going to be full of lavish, full-colour illustrations by acclaimed comic book artist Robert Hack, who has previously worked on Star Wars, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, as well as cover art for IDW and Titan's Doctor Who comics. The images that have been released, it does look like an absolutely lush book. And it's one of those ones that it's like, that needs to go on to Doctor Who Christmas lists.
Are you hinting for? That's a yes.
I swear this is one of those books that has been reprinted so many fucking times because it's like the original hardback back in the day, and then Target did it however many times. Armada did it. Am I the only person who's old enough to remember Armada books as an
Spanish Armada, yeah.
I've always got time for the Target novelisations, and it's great that we are finally getting some of the modern episodes done in that style as well. Even long before I was a Doctor Who fan, I learned to reading Terence Hicks's novels from the science fiction section of our local library. So I probably learned more about Doctor Who from those books than I did from watching the TV show. So, it's nice to see that this will always be something that people come back to.
Fair dues.
And that's basically on the Doctor Who news.
No, I've seen pictures of Chris Eccleston and Billy Piper at a convention.
Chris Eccleston and Billy Piper,
Yeah.
I saw some stuff about them possibly one of the companions being dead.
Yeah, what's her face off EastEnders? There's been a big rumour that Donnie Dawes, daughter of EastEnders, she just left. And she said that what she's working on next will be announced shortly, which is also kind of coincidentally tied in with her following Shooty Gatwa and Russell T on Instagram. I'm not saying there's a coincidence there or if there's an indication of things to come, but it's a choice.
Fair enough. Because I found out by agent, on TikTok I follow this fellow called Goran who's he's this Irish actor who like does a little bit, and like for ages he's done skits like, oh, why such and such franchise will benefit from a deaf character or whatever because he's deaf, and writing jokes and they're proper fucking funny, and he did like a 4-part series of like why Doctor Who would be good with deaf companion and stuff like that, and then I saw on his channel where he basically said like, oh, this is good because it means more representation for deaf people, but it unfortunately means that I've probably got to throw my dreams of being a Doctor Who companion out the window because you can cast as many able-bodied people as you want, but because of one companion being deaf, they probably won't do it again because it's too similar to that.
See, my only thing with I'm all for representation and stuff. My only fear is if we do have this girl, I can get her name off the top of my head, and I do apologise for not knowing it, but not looking her up, is she lip reads. How the fuck is she going to go on against the Daleks?
No, that's
the Daleks as if they flash away. You don't have a fucking clue what they're on.
That's the exact point. That's why Goran was also saying that he hopes that if they're making that a part of the whole like thing, that they'll actually have deaf people on the writing team as well, so they know how to do that. Because
they've done it before, haven't they?
They've had a deaf person on Doctor Who.
Did he? Oh, yeah. What virus and what? Who am I thinking of?
Fisher King.
Oh, yeah. This is the possibility of an actual regular character. Yeah.
That's what they have used that idea.
Yeah, true, yeah. So that probably means that.
But it was basically like well, this is why I said Goran stuff is good, because quite a lot of it is also bring some of that stuff up, and is saying stuff like talking to the Doctor, going like, well, saying stuff like the having issues with the Cybermen because they can't communicate because they've had their hearing aids turned off the entire time or whatever. Shit like that.
I think we could get around that by doing like the TARDIS, it translates things for you. So obviously the Daleks will be speaking in, whatever language you speak on Skaro, and the TARDIS will translate it for it.
Yeah.
I don't think that works as an actual answer. There's plenty of people.
Could the Daleks use Morse code? So
That would be, yeah. Well, that's assuming that person knows Morse code, though. That's the problem.
Well, yeah.
But, it would be a case of like the telepathic circuits kind of translate whatever the Daleks say into a voice in the person's head. But again, that if you're going to do that, you're going to have the deaf person hearing what we're saying.
And
hearing anymore. Yeah.
That was what Goran was saying, which is why I was like, oh, this will be an interesting thing to see what they do.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, the way that Russell T Davies has been going and stuff, he's pretty good with his representation across the board, so he probably has considered it. So we'll have to see what he does.
Right, okay, we're going to move on to other news now then, in the TV realm, by talking about the actual TV section. So I know we've already had a few kind of like, oh god, depressing news stories, but we're going to talk about Joss Whedon now, just to let you know. Not talk about Joss Whedon in and of the actual person, but he and his team were working on a reboot of Buffy not so long ago. Reboot/sequel of Buffy, and it was supposed to have a black female lead, and it was going to be all great and inclusive and everything like that. And we can't get anyone to buy the damn series, so it's on pause at the moment, which is Hollywood speaking. This ain't happening. Because obviously there was the allegations against Whedon about misconduct on the set of Justice League by Gal Gadot, which is then backed up by Christopher Carpenter, who was obviously Cordelia on Buffy and Angel. Obviously then Sarah Michelle Gellar came forward and said, yeah, things happened on the set, and as did what's her face, the girl, Michelle Trachtenberg. That's Michelle Trachtenberg, who I remember from Pete back in the day, the Adventures of Pete. So they were all publicly dissing themselves from Whedon. And today it seems like the reboot not going anywhere. So if you want to see more Buffy, then you're going to have to buy the comics, because it's so doubtful you'll ever see it back on your screens again.
To be fair, the comics are doing some interesting stuff at the moment that are coming up with, not just being a direct adaptation or a direct sequel, but they do some different stuff.
Well, do where you can go at this point. But if you do fancy more Buffy and you haven't already seen it already, the original Buffy movie is available on Disney Plus, which is always good. It's always a good one. It's always good to see when you take him somewhere to die.
It's like 30 years old now, isn't it?
God, thanks for making me feel old. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow.
Welcome to my world. Rutger Hauer was lucky.
Pee-wee Herman as his mate. Luke Perry, no. The boyfriend, the love interest. The damsel in distress, as it were. Yeah. Okay, speaking of Disney Plus, a new live-action King Kong TV series is being developed for Disney Plus by James Wan's company Atomic Monster, and it's said to be a serialized action-adventure drama that brings the classic monster story into the modern age, with a return to Skull Island and the dawn of a new Kong. Notice how they've said it's a King Kong TV series, as opposed to a Kong TV series, because the character of Kong, no king, just Kong, is held by Legendary Pictures right now, which is why we have Godzilla vs. Kong, as opposed to Godzilla vs. King Kong. So there's a completely separate universe. This one will not feature any of the other Titans, as they call Godzilla, won't be showing up, because Godzilla and Kong are going to be their own fucking TV series, which is also happening from Legendary, and they've got Godzilla Kong 2 coming out, which will be Godzilla and Kong exploring the Hollow Earth. That's the whole thing that's going on at the moment.
Godzilla Kong 2, the one where they work as a corset. I was going to say fast food restaurant.
I like the idea of Godzilla and Kong working in a corset. I think that would be fantastic, actually. Yeah. What kind of company would it be?
Let us forward you to our service advisor. And then you just get it. Exactly.
I'm having problems with my phone. It's not my top of hasn't gone through.
Oh, no, it's not passing through to the other department.
I'm just imagining passing it back. It's like, no, I need help with this. Like an IT call center. It's like, no, I'm trying to. And then after a while, Godzilla just goes, have you turned it off and on again?
If you know the name of the person you're trying to reach, please state it now. Godzilla. Transferring you now. Hello, this is James Godzilla. Can I help you? Are you the 600-foot tall Japanese monster? No, you want Godzilla? I'll transfer you through now. He must be pissed off. I'm going to have the same Godzilla. It makes no sense whatsoever.
I like the fact that that's the it'd be great. It sounds like a very weird spy name. James Godzilla. Imagine that as a fucking Godzilla.
James Godzilla. James Godzilla Jr. Now, there you go. Godzuki is the solution.
Now, James, we've got a very serious assignment. Jesus fucking Christ.
He's too well to fucking blend in. It's fucking 600-foot tall lizard wearing a tuxedo playing back at her.
How do you want your drink, sir? Take it off, sir? Okay.
Nuclear blaster, you've got it, sir. Okay, no.
We're going to give you gadgets, but I don't think you need them.
Shit.
No, it usually...
Okay, let's go to Volcano Island Lair. Not anymore, yes.
So, I'm just imagining, no, it's like, if that was the case, you'd have to up the ante of the villains as well.
the new James Bond. Something else is over. Netflix has announced that the Umbrella Academy will be returning for its fourth and final series. Which is a shame. We like Umbrella Academy, don't we? Yeah, based on the comic book of the same name by Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance. It's lasted a hell of a lot longer than most things on Netflix, haven't we?
I mean,
Oh yeah, that got cancelled, didn't it? Yeah.
in about 2 seconds.
That series that was nothing to do with Resident Evil.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I'm not interested in anyway.
Did you watch it?
No, didn't watch it. Not really not bothered.
It was shite. Yeah.
There was enough Slipknot in the soundtrack for me.
That was just awful. But TV series that are still going on is The Mandalorian. Seems to be going on great runs over Disney. It's been rumoured for a while now that Christopher Lloyd will be making a guest appearance in season 3.
It's long overdue for him to do Star Wars, to go back to what I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
He did Star Trek.
Yes, yeah.
He has been Commander Cruise in Star Trek 3 The Search for Spock.
Well, someone asked him about it at a convention recently. Said, "Is there any truth to the rumour that you're going to be in Mandalorian season 3?" And he said that he's been sworn to secrecy. And the audience went, "Well, why would you be sworn to secrecy if you weren't doing it?" And he's just like, "I've said too much." Yeah. So yeah, Doc Brown is going to Star Wars.
You know what this is? As soon as I heard this story, though, I just had this alternative version of Back to the Future in my head, where Doc Brown travels back in time and orders Star Wars not to be created. Therefore, the job, the book of the story is making sure that George makes the first film, and the whole point of this is just at the end. You get the scene where he goes to George in the present day. It's like, George, you got to come back to the future with me. What's wrong? Why? It's like your George. Why? What's going on? What's wrong? No, George. You've got to do something about it.
No, it's remember, in the 50-foot canon, George Lucas is a condiment overlord. Yeah. So idiot.
Well, no, Doc Brown, if Doc Brown's joined into the Star Wars universe, he's got to be all, marking there like, Doc, what's going to see? I'm looking at capacitor. It's like, which was a long time ago, Marty.
Yeah, it just said like all the numbers have just been replaced a long time ago.
I thought the DeLorean can travel in time. It can just go through time. It's just like, we're in the galaxy. We're away. We've gone somewhere. We can't get back. Where are we going? We don't need roads. Because we got land speeders instead.
Yeah. Although to be fair, where you were going with the idea of going back in time, I thought the whole premise that you were saying, like, he had to go back to make sure that Star Wars was filmed, just because then it doesn't fuck with Marty making a reference to Lord Vader when he sees his dad.
Yeah.
So he's not accidentally. Yeah, from the planet Vulcan.
No, from Vulcan.
Yeah. But just
from the planet Vulcan.
yeah. So just so that he doesn't like accidentally unravel the shit that Marty already did trying to fix the timeline. And he's like, oh fuck.
The American graffiti mall will exist.
Yeah.
No, I can imagine if he's going to be Mandalorian, I want Christopher Lloyd to be a Mandalorian. I think we all like it. He just have like, the beginning of episode 1 where Doc Brown's all just like, I can bring a war, I can bring a cold war. That's what he'd be like. He's like, yeah, I want Mandalorian.
So he's got a helmet, and then all the he's got like those cables coming out that look like his hair is Doc Brown. Yeah.
But do we think his sidekick is going to be IG-88 miles an hour?
Oh, yeah, now. Jesus Christ.
Why not?
You got to give him that one.
Okay. All right. That was fucking atrocious, but yeah, whatever.
Dad jokes it.
Thank you. You're always.
Yeah. Well, we've reached the end of the news, but there is a couple of things that I wanted to talk about. So, the Sandman hit Netflix.
Yeah, the Sandman. I've only been waiting 30 years for this fucking TV show.
Well, because you
Yeah. very, very obscure, just pretty quick got there too.
Well, that's what the show's adapted is volume, just over volume 1.
First two volumes.
Was the first two volumes?
First two volumes plus half of volume 3 makes up the bonus episode.
Oh, right, okay.
So it's Predators and Nocturnes, it's Season of Mists, and then Dream Country is the third book, which is like 4 standalone stories, right? 2 of those standalone stories.
It was nice that we used the bonus episode.
Yeah,
I think they were going to keep hold of that when they got there.
I was hoping that Neil would announce, and come back in 2 weeks and we'll do this other last week.
Yeah, I think that they got their hand forced because there was Netflix had that kind of knockoff version of Gogglebox that they do on YouTube.
Right.
And they accidentally released clips of this of people watching the bonus episode early. So they had to basically admit, we've got another episode we have to show these. So we never know, we may still get Midsummer Night's Dream at Christmas. That would be lovely. And as a nice little follow-on from the Will Shakespeare tease that we got.
Yeah, they're going to have to because there's more.
It's a great song.
There's William Shakespeare stuff.
Yeah.
Later on as we get back on down.
Yeah.
What do you like to do?
I personally, I think it's a beautiful looking show. Absolutely fantastic. I think it's like a dream. Yeah. I mean, Netflix just threw all the money at this thing.
It looks like a comic, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Simply, it looks like a comic, and that's what.
There's times for me where I think Tom Sturridge, who plays Dream, Morpheus, whatever you want to call him, there's a few times where I think I understand that the Morpheus character's got to be very aloof, kind of like unfeeling a lot of the time, where he just kind of sometimes came off a bit monotone and a bit whispery, even for the context of the scene.
He's got to speak like a character whose word balloons are white on black instead of black on white.
Yeah, no, I get it, and I understand that's why I was made up that they gave Matthew Raven a hugely expanded role, because obviously a lot of it's done in not vocals, but like narration, if you like.
Yeah.
And you can't just have a character walking around just narrating, because that's just the wall, that's not summer. But so I like that he had someone to talk to, and you can never go wrong with Matt Oswald.
Yeah. The thing I like about Tom Sturridge is they actually managed to find somebody who looks like a young Neil Gaiman. Yeah. That is basically what Dream was drawn like young Neil.
Yeah. And I thought we were talking about Scott Pilgrim, that was that. I kind of want to Dream have bigger hair. Is that just me?
I get it, but I understand why it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
So,
I like the
80s kind of hairstyle.
What's that?
More of an 80s kind of hairdo.
Well, yeah, it takes place in the 80s. They actually dated it.
It's a bit less pure, isn't it?
Yeah. That actually pulled me off it slightly in that bonus episode where the writer Richard Maddock, played by Arthur Darvill, he's having a book launch party at his house in August of 2020, and I'm thinking that many people all close together with no masks in 2020. Yeah, that threw me off it slightly, but yeah. It is what it is, because they have to update it to Dream being held captive until 2022, which I get. I kind of wish it had been period in a way. I wish it had been the 80s, but because it does make the ages of some of the characters a little bit, it doesn't quite work out. Like John Dee shouldn't have been as young as he is, because he was born in 1920, so he's 100 in that story.
They had his mum still alive.
Yeah, and she was Jodie Richardson.
Yeah.
She was kept young because of the ruby. Yeah, and I get that, but so why was he still young? Again, that doesn't make sense. He should only be the owner of the ruby who remains the usual. But anyway, that's the whole thing for me. And why does Ruby Kincaid look like a 60-year-old woman when she's supposed to be like 112? It doesn't make sense, some of it. But it is.
She's clearly been exercising
in her dreams in her sleep for 100 years. Yeah.
Some of the stuff that they obviously had to change for obvious reasons. So we've got Joanna Constantine.
Yes,
John Constantine.
But I liked it. I mean, I'm always up for what's her face. Yeah, she's always an actress for me. So yeah. Like her on an A right now.
Yeah, this is what you usually do.
Jenna Coleman.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Why
stuff in. So we had the Newcastle incident.
I know, I just wish he'd been Scouse. Because John Constantine's a Scouse. Well, I say Scouse only from Birkenhead, you know. But, you know, it is what it is.
And some of the stuff that...
I was a bit disappointed in episode 5. I thought it would be more graphic than it was, considering the comic that it comes from.
Oh, yeah. So,
yeah. 24 hours. Yeah. There's a hell of a lot more goes on in that one.
Really, really well.
So good.
Yeah. And I liked that Dream has a duel with Lucifer instead of the other demon.
Yes.
Because
because he was basically...
That gives Lucifer a much better role in the story.
Yeah. I love Lucifer. I thought he was fantastic. Again, I'm blanking on names. Terrible tonight. Glendon Christie. I thought she was really good. And you know, she just looked like an angel, which is what Lucifer is. Yeah, I mean, just a demon. Yeah, exactly. It's great.
Yeah, so looking forward to her coming back.
Yes. But my favourite episode so far, episode 6, with Dream meeting up with Death.
Yeah.
And then they did the whole hobgoblin thing.
Yeah.
That was fantastic storytelling.
And taking two of the standalone episodes and issues like
I mean, that hobgoblin story is one of my favourites anyway.
Yeah.
But they're having a pair with Death as well, and it's just a heartbreaking moment when you think, she's going in for the woman, and it's not. She's going in for the baby.
I can imagine that's quite shocking.
Yeah.
I haven't read that issue before.
I've been watching 2 episodes a night for this past week, and going from episode 5, I think if I'd have finished the second episode as episode 5 and left it there, it would have sat as well with me if I hadn't gone episode 5 into episode 6, because that's a lovely palate cleanser, and it kind of resets everything for the second half.
The issue 8 works.
Yeah.
Because what they actually ended up doing was originally when they were collecting them, the first 7 came out in a trade paperback later.
Yeah.
So what we had was actually the Doll's House. So originally that was printed with 8 as the start of that. These days the modern printing and one's way first order then.
I don't like the whole Doll's House storyline. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't sit with me. I don't know.
It's massively important.
I know
what comes later.
I know. It just doesn't sit right.
Weirdly, rest of the 75 issues.
Joe, it took me a moment when I was just sitting there and watching it and thinking, that Lenny Henry?
Yeah, and
headphones. Yeah, that just took us for a second. I was just like, why does that weird line thing put me straight at Premier Inn?
Yeah, Stephen Fry.
Yeah, there's Gillis Green. Gilbert. Yeah. It was good. It was a good episode. I enjoyed the series. Hopefully it'll get a second season, because obviously it was number 1 for Netflix for 3 weeks.
And
still might not be enough. It's because a lot of people see it in the first couple of weeks. That's all fine and dandy, but it's like, will you retain those subscriptions? Will people come back for a series 2 if you spend a lot more money to make it? Guess we'll just have to wait and see. But Neil Gaiman has said that there is a clause in the contract which means that even if Netflix don't pick it up, he can take it to another network. Actors and
some of the most entertaining stuff online over the last couple of weeks has been Neil Gaiman just spewing flats over their racism and misogyny.
I was reading something, an interview with Neil Gaiman the other day, and they were saying about how this taken him so long to get to where it is, because he's been offered to make movies on it over time and time again. And there was John Peters, he of Giant Spider fame. His version that he saw for the movie was the Sandman and the Corinthian was supposed to be brothers. And they were supposed to be twin brothers. And then at the very end, they had to fight the guy. Triplets. Yeah, they were all supposed to be identical triplets. Yeah. And then at the end, Lucifer turns into a giant spider. No, it's just like, and Neil Gaiman just went, mate, that sounds like a great movie, but it ain't my movie, so no. You're not having it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, well, it was nice to get the turn up in the bonus episode as well. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But other things I've been watching.
Although, talking about that and getting me turning up in the last episode, you know what would be like, as an aside, what a series that I'd love to see get turned into a TV show is the Animal Man series.
Manimal?
No, Animal Man.
DC, right?
Yeah. Specifically the Grant Morrison one where it goes all fucking weird and he meets Grant Morrison at the end because he realizes
he can go into the pages if he wants to.
But like the whole thing where like the aliens give him it turns out his powers from aliens or whatever the fuck, and then he realizes he's in a comic and then has an existential crisis and shit. Because seeing that in a thing where like having like the first it had to be like a I'm not sure how to do it, like have 2 seasons as like a normal fucking comic book thing, like superhero story. Yeah. And then at the beginning of season 3, he like Animal Man all of a sudden, because the aliens are talking to him, starts noticing the cameras and starts panning out and showing you it's on the set and he starts having a fucking existential.
Yeah, I can see
that would throw people for everyone's like, what the fuck is going on?
I can see them doing that on Umbrella Academy, I'm not gonna lie to you, that show would seriously lend itself to it. But a show that is breaking the fourth wall right now.
Yeah.
It's great fun. It's really short.
It's a sitcom. It's a 20-minute sitcom. It is what it is. I really enjoyed it. Episode 1 was great. I'm glad that they just showed the origin of Brooks because apparently that was really mostly ultimately episode 6 or Survivor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But he just went, just front load it. You better be like on the origin, get out of the way. It makes sense, and it was great. And I don't know if everyone's all up to date with She-Hulk, but it looks like we're going to be getting some Planet Hulk and some, or rather World War Hulk.
He's going off somewhere in space.
Yeah. And we're going to be seeing some more Abomination, and we've got a lot more. His accent's gone a bit wonky.
Jim Waters. Namaste.
I don't know what it is, but his accent's just gone a bit wonky since that last movie, but it is what it is. Yeah, but I'm really enjoying it, and I think the CGI is vastly improved since the first trailer. God, that trailer.
That was on purpose, that was.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It was sticking the Hulk in the wrong place.
That was their version of releasing the Mummy trailer with those effects or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Oh god.
We never
The scary song repeat.
Yeah. Well, did you see the ship nail?
Yes, I have.
Ugly solid.
It sounds so better and wonderful.
It's basically a sequel to Roger Rabbit. That's the way I look at it. It's fantastic. I think I'll be talking about the movie, but yeah, She-Hulk. I'm enjoying it. I want to see where it goes. I want to see more, because obviously we've got the whole Shang-Chi of it all now, where Abomination of Wong got so Wong obviously going to be in the next episode. I just want to see more cases for Jim Walters. Although
we've got to have. I mean, we know Daredevil's going to be turned up, but we've got to see her facing off.
It's Matt Murdock.
It's Matt Murdock in the courtroom. Yeah, it's got to be done. I've been saying that since they announced She-Hulk as a TV show.
Now, there is one thing that I wanted to see on it, and you just took me off your chances there, Paul. Thanks for that. I don't know what it was now, but it's gone. What was it? No. Fucking gone. Thanks for that. Never mind.
A guest appearance by Ally McBeal.
Oh, God, no.
They're apparently going to do an Ally McBeal sequel show.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why? They're talking to Calista Flockhart about coming back, and there will be a new character as the lead. Ally will be like one of the main characters.
I remembered what it was. Wolverine exists in the MCU.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about that. Yeah, so in the episode when Jen is looking through the website to look for a new job, there's an advert on the side for Iron Man 3's, these new trailers. There was a news article for why is there a giant statue of man sticking out of the Indian Ocean?
Yeah.
With an internal nod. And then also, man fights with claws in bar fighting. Wolverine exists in the
MCU. There is no one else that could possibly be. Maybe Sage, but unlikely. When it's so Sage exists, Wolverine must exist. Like, I mean, when do you think we're gonna get it? When do we get Wolverine?
It's been such a long time since got something so short.
Yes.
So the last time for me, when Campbell was in the list, we saw very the lowest name in, I think that was X-Men 2.
I think for me, the last big tease that we've had is at the end of Iron Man 2, when he goes to the SHIELD headquarters and he sees a map and it's got a bit of the ocean, which is going to be Atlantis, and Wakanda is in Africa. That's the last big tease that I remember.
Didn't Stephen Strange's name show up?
Winter Soldier. Yes, yeah. But that was before he even had, was a wizard or anything like that, so it's a bit of a continuity. It's a bit of a continuity issue, but, it is. I personally can't wait. I mean, mutants exist in the MCU, we know this now.
Because of what we were talking about last time, where the fella at the comic panel just shuffled on mutants, and then shuffled off.
I'm talking about in actual shows, they was prepared to be a mutant.
You had some comment. And Tyler Burns they already enabled the original mutant.
Yeah,
so that's what they swimming out in there somehow.
Yeah. And it's got wings, I can't wait to see the wing angle. Right, okay, we were going to look at the trailers for the Addams Family TV show and Rick and Morty Season 6, but again, we're not watching trailers because we've got no TV. So, we'll just move on now to any other business. Okay, right, so the first story I've got is police. This is from the Northamptonshire Telegraph, the pinnacle of news. Police are looking for a mobility scooter riding man who's been throwing condoms at people. In Corby, no less, home of the trouser press. Was it you, Andy?
Yes.
I'll get on to the Northamptonshire Telegraph, I'll let them know we found it. Looking to identify a man who's been throwing condoms at people in Corby. The incident occurred when a man was throwing. The man appears to be in his 60s, so he must have been wearing a disguise, surely. Police are unsure at the time what the condoms were filled with.
That wasn't kind of my first thought, but I just didn't want to go there.
I could tell you, but I just said you don't want to know.
No. Of course it
You can tell us the same category.
Filled with sausage meat for some fucking reason.
We had a HelloFresh delivery the other week, and it said, okay, this meal, we're going to give you some, how many grams of sausage meat. And they said the sausages instead. So I had to use a knife, cut open the sausage skins, fish out the meat, and then put it all together. That was a pain.
Fair enough. And then you do that, and then you look at the recipe, it's like, make 2 sausages. You're like, shit.
No, I made sure. So has anyone ever heard of Baba Vanga?
I've heard of Baba Yaga.
No, Baba Vanga. Baba Vanga was this old, blind, wise woman. There you go. So Baba Vanga was the 20th century answer to Nostradamus, a blind seer with the apparent gift of predicting world historical events.
Oh, in other words, someone who speaks really vaguely so people think...
Well, apparently this year, 2 of her predictions, she made 6 predictions for this year, 2 of which have already come true.
Go on, let's see what she said.
So she predicted that large cities around the world will be hit by significant droughts and water shortages.
I mean, anyone familiar with using...
She's dead. She's dead.
When did she die?
She died, let's see, it doesn't say, let's see. She died in 1996 at the age of 85.
To be fair, at that point, we were already talking about global warming, seeing as corporations knew about it, to bring it back to capitalism, corporations knew about it in the 60s and suppressed the information.
Well, apparently the UK's experienced its driest summer since 1935, and it was officially declared a drought on the 12th of August. Other countries, France, Italy, and Portugal, also have droughts and wildfires. She also predicted that Australia and Asia will be rocked by severe floods, and in July, 8 months' worth of rain fell in Sydney in just 4 days, leading to flooding.
Sydney was happy about that.
Yeah, well, I don't know, I've not asked them. But other things that she's predicted, let's make a note of these to see if there's anything else. Oh, by the way, one of the other things that she's predicted for later this year was about a virus being unfrozen in Siberia and devastating the planet. So, COVID-2, electric boogaloo, is on its way, apparently. But she's also predicted that next year the trajectory of our planet will adjust marginally. What's that?
They do adjust.
Yeah.
I was going to say that's a thing that they do anyway, so that's not a prediction, that's just a scientific fact.
Yeah. Finally, in 2028, humans will create a fresh and innovative power source, most likely controlled nuclear fusion. World hunger will be eradicated, and humans will step foot on Venus for the first time.
Yeah, that's not happening. That can't. Seeing as the surface of Venus is so hot that they can't send a probe down because it'll fucking melt, I don't think humans are going to step on Venus.
Yeah, that's why women are from there, because you just don't trust them.
Because we're all fucking hot, that's why.
Well, yeah. So, let's see. The sea levels will rise due to climate change in 2033.
They're already doing that.
Yeah, exactly. Europe will become Islamic in 2043. Someone's very happy about that. Yeah, come on, rock on! Synthetic organs will become readily available en masse in 2046. America will besiege Rome in 2066 with a new type of weapon classed as an environmental destructor. Isn't that the earthquake woman from Flash Gordon?
Yeah.
Which makes no sense. Might call it earthquake woman if it doesn't know what it is. Is one on brand for this episode. In 2076, the societal caste system collapses, resulting in Marxist socialism. Hey! Must destroy capitalism. In 2088, a new virus appears which makes people get old in a matter of a few seconds.
Okay.
Why are you looking at me?
Patient zero. But good news, in only 9 years the virus will be exterminated. Let's see.
In the year 2100, an artificial sun heats up the dark part of the Earth.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Oh, my favourite's the next one. In 2111, humans become increasingly robotic, resulting in a scenario much like that in the movie The Terminator. This was written by an old Russian woman when she was 95.
This is a woman that's clearly fucking senile. Especially seeing as partway through a list she couldn't think of anything, so she resorted to the fucking Muslims, that'll do.
21, 25, only 100 fully or so for this. The Hungarian Space Agency, reliable for all its Russian its space launches and stuff, receives a signal from deep space. But that's not the only thing. Baba Vanga will come into the public eye once again. Just like, people will remember my prophecies. Animals will evolve to become human-like in 2054. 2054. Yeah. In 2170, the earth will become dry and desertified. Desertified, yeah.
It makes the stuff 50 years before, where they're making societies undersea, kind of pointless then.
Yeah. In 2183, the Mars colony becomes self-sufficient and demands sovereignty and separation from Earth. What the fuck? Let's see, what else?
What was that about? Genomes. I thought it said the Euro-Asian gnomes, and I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
2256, a returning rocket brings an intergalactic virus back to Earth. Isn't that Night of the Living Dead? When the satellite falls to Earth? Yeah! Oh yeah, fucking get off Tom Hardy on that in 200 years' time.
Yep.
Chris and Tom. Let's see.
Wait, no. Look, time travel is discovered. Aliens and humans make contact. But in previous stuff, she's been talking about us talking to extraterrestrials already.
Yeah, because the aliens went back in time to do it.
I guess that makes sense.
Now, see if this reminds you of any movies that you may or may not have heard of. In 2291, the sun gets significantly colder and humans must try to reheat it. Sunshine!
Yeah.
That's the fucking movie, Sunshine.
Yeah.
It doesn't go too well for them because in
5 years after that, solar flares become commonplace in the gravitational pull experiences modifications, resulting in a space station and satellites crashing down upon the Earth.
You won't let it in!
And then back to the Islamophobia. In 2299, France leads a guerrilla war against the Islamic State.
Fucking hell.
Hang on, I thought Europe was supposed to be Muslim like that.
Exactly. I mean, it's a French separate.
The Earth is a desert by this point, Paul. Don't
Yeah.
forget about that. By the year 4509, humans can speak to God, and in 5079, the world will finally end. That's a shame. Just gotta wait 3,000 years.
No, the year before that, it says humanity decides to attempt to leave the known universe with about 40% of the human population refusing to do so.
Oh, what a surprise. 48% remain.
Yeah. No, that's the whole thing. Like, it's 48% people going, yeah, this is scientifically possible, and the other one's going, no, leave the universe means leave the universe.
Yeah, universe exit means universe exit.
When we are not sure.
I don't know. Right, what's the next story? Okay, so this is the restaurant, the kitchen at London House on Isle of Wight took to Facebook about a week or so ago to defend its choice not to cater to those following a plant-based diet after previously adapting its menu to suit vegans. Hitting out at social media bullies, the food vendor wrote
On Monday, we posted our evening menu for our new restaurant, the London House Bistro. Within minutes, several people commented about the fact that nothing on the menu was vegan. I apologise politely and professionally that sadly we do not cater for vegans.
They added, we have catered in the past for vegans, everything from vegan cream cheese, even had special vegan bacon made so that they can enjoy BLTs and amongst other things. We stopped. Why? Because we got fed up with their arrogant, holy now attitudes. So apparently a load of vegans going in saying, make my food, I want food, I'll give you my food, and they just got, you know what, fuck off, will you? I mean, I'm nothing against vegans, eat whatever you want, but, thank you. But, you know, don't come in with all that, no, food should only be vegan, it's mine, no one else's, I have to eat this, no animals die for my food. I'm like, nah, do you know what, I want a burger, I'm having a fucking burger, don't care what it's made of, I want a cow between some bits of bread. Yeah. Just give me a plate of
The only reason people think bacon is good is because Edwin Bernays did psychological advertising
I just said baconaise.
I mean, yeah. And besides, even when I did eat meat, why the fuck would you give a shit about bacon when sausages are clearly superior?
No, bacon's better. Bacon. Okay, sausages or bacon? Let's have a poll.
Pigs in blankets.
Yes, there we go. That's the problem. Yes, there we go. Pigs in blankets. For some reason, I can't get the news article to load up, but this was the next story, which is about kangaroo attacks on the rise in Australia. Basically, a town full of people are afraid to leave their houses because kangaroos are coming out and fucking them up. Beadly. Can't leave me out. I'm going to back you out, mate.
Has there ever actually been a movie where it's Jaws but skippy?
Should we get on Josh? You probably know.
Yeah. I'm really surprised.
So Josh from Movie Timelines, if you're listening, can you just call me let us know if there's a kangaroo Jaws movie. You should know, Jaws is your favourite movie. Okay, so from kangaroos to monkeys. This is now the story of a monkey. Does it have a name? No, it doesn't. Oh, there it is. His name is Root. Baby Root. This is Baby Root, a baby capuchin monkey who managed to pick his handler's pocket and dial 911 and call a load of police come to the zoo. Dispatchers got a 911 call that disconnected, and they tried to text back and call back but got no response, leading to a shitload of police officers storming to the zoo because they thought, shit, something's going on in the cars. It's a fucking monkey. So monkey see, monkey do, monkey call the cops on you. That's the way I see it. It's a cute little monkey though. Outbreak.
You're not allowed to see it though because we don't have a TV.
No, it just looks like the monkey from Outbreak. That's just, tell you that. Right, okay, what's the next one? Please tell me.
Another one that doesn't load?
No? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get my VPN on and we can load it up. No, I can't. My VPN's not working either. Oh, my God. What's that?
Oh, right, okay. Well, this is going to make the last couple of stories interesting then. Right, that's why then. Well, this is, in fact, Paul, can you get up on your iPhone? No, you can't. No, you need the Wi-Fi, don't you? Oh, well. Well, this is a story about a grandma from somewhere, I don't know where now. Her dying wish was to have a penis on her tombstone. So she had a 5-foot-tall penis made out of granite and put on her tombstone. And her family were okay with this, apparently. Because why not? Why not? Yeah, so Granny loves dick. And finally, I've got a story here about a man who claims to have the most famous name in the UK. What do you think his name is? It's a name you'll see everywhere.
John Smith.
Not John Smith, no.
Marks and Spencer.
Not Mark or Spencer, no. Anyone?
I've read this.
You've read this?
Yeah, I've read it as well.
Alright then. Anyone else have a guess? Danny, you have a guess? No? Okay, you've got his name in here, I think.
I can see at least his name.
Yeah. He's legally changed his name to Fire Exit. Yeah. He's got the most famous name in the UK. His name was Dino Wilson, was his original name, from Hampshire. He claimed that there's nobody more famous than him, arguing that even in Power Cut, his is the only name up in lights.
Enjoy a little bit of fame.
Yeah. This is like all those people who change their names to like fucking,
like we've got so many people that change their names to weird things.
Yeah. It's just making any sense to me. But yeah. If you want to be a knobber, change your name to Fire Escape.
Yeah.
That's it. Go on.
I'll let you do your one.
Okay, so I was just going to say about the Twitter account that I stumbled across recently called @fesshole, which is where people can make anonymous confessions. And so I just wrote up here 3 that I'd seen over the course of the month, and the bottom one. So the first one is, in my younger years, my favourite prank was to sellotape a small tube of toothpaste between the toilet seat and the bowl in public toilets, so that when somebody dropped their trousers and sat down, it squirted the contents into their mouths. Next one was a family member stayed at an Airbnb in town, and I got the key box code. Now, after a heavy night, I check if the place is empty, and if not, I stay over. Saves a taxi fare, and the couch is very comfy. Jesus Christ. And then my favourite one was, and I'm going to try this next time it goes to my mum's. Whenever I go to a friend's house and use their bathroom, I always write the words, "Get out," with my finger on the bathroom mirror. It doesn't show up until the next day when they have a shower and the mirror steams up.
Although, that last one reminds me of something that I forgot to mention earlier. No, that would actually work as any other business story. I believe my house is haunted by a ghost from the Netherlands.
Okay. Why did we wait until the fucking any other business?
Because I completely forgot about it until halfway through the show.
And you thought, I got to tell them about that Dutch ghost that lives haunting my shower fridge.
That's
what's that?
Jesus, I'm correct. So basically, right, and it was a few weeks ago, so I could have mentioned it last show, but I completely forgot about it. So I only remembered today, like on the way here, because I was listening to something and someone...
Oh shit, windmills, that reminds me.
Yeah, I was listening to a podcast that was talking about The Hague, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
nice and breezy one.
Yeah, and then...
war crimes, that reminds me.
Yes, basically, that's what happened. And then I probably forgot again until halfway through the show. So basically, I went into the kitchen to make some food. So I went to the shower fridge, got some milk out.
I don't know what the shower fridge is.
Okay. So basically, I was trying to explain because I live in a semi-detached house and we've got like the shed sort of thing outside, but it's sort of connected to the house. So it's like
an extension area.
Yeah. But we had a shower put in the downstairs because I live with my grandma, so it's easy for her to get into that. But because she has a habit of hoarding stuff, we had like a second fridge in there just in case for stuff. And then it's all full of garden equipment and shit now. So you can't really... No, in the fucking room. So when I was trying to explain this to Mike, he thought I said like I had like a fridge in the shower or whatever. Like an existing shower. Yeah. It became a running joke when we were talking about like me going for a shower and then grabbing a drink of milk was weird. Went and checked. And in the middle of the floor... No, in the middle of the floor, there's just a solitary wooden clog. What the fuck? Where is... Yeah, I'm just stood... Because I've never seen that clog in my fucking life. I don't know where the fuck it would come from. But I've just stood there and there's this fucking wooden clog that's appeared in the middle of the room. And I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck.
You've got an amputee Dane living, not Dane, friggin' Dutchman.
Yeah, apparently. Which I don't know when this would have happened because the only person.
Move out. Just don't go back and stay right and go with it. No.
Well, that's the thing. It's never done anything other than like leave me a clock.
Okay, you need a Ouija board and a Dutch to English dictionary.
Yeah. But that's the thing. I still don't understand like how we would have even because like if we moved into a house where people had lived there previously, then sure there's the possibility of ghosts. Yeah.
All the tubes outside.
Yeah. It's ever since I put the fucking wood, like it's a semi-detached house. I've just put a windmill on top when I moved in. Why not? Yeah. It's just I brought this with me.
Got all that grain that needs milling.
Yeah. That's what I do in the attic. Just great like mill shit. It's like maybe he's the guy who used to work at the mill then.
Mill.
Yeah, before I stole it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my contribution to any other business.
Right. Well, takes us on to the last section of the show. Not really sure how we're going to do this one, but we'll have a go. Let's go beyond the 50-foot there.
For all of these conversations, is your spiral medical of the audience now in the orange. Hear me out, 50-foot nerds.
So, I'm not going to lie, I was anticipating a few more people here.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunately, as we mentioned, there were other events on today, and a lot of people have got those. So, I had actually arranged for a prize to be given away to a lucky member of the audience. So
now you've got a rock, paper, scissors for it.
So this section of the show is sponsored by the Liverpool Anime and Gaming Con. It returns to Aintree Racecourse on October 15th and 16th, and the event hosts anime screenings brought to you by MCVM and Crunchyroll. Tabletop and video gaming, including tournaments, anime and manga offers and exhibitors will be there, and of course, what convention is complete without a cosplay contest? And best of all, we're announcing this now. Your favourite nerds will be at that convention. We are going to be performing on Sunday the 16th at 12 noon, performing a very special episode of the show. And they've been lucky enough to give us a weekend pass for us to give away. So one lucky audience member, whichever one it is it's going to be, will be able to attend the con on both days. I'd say it's a weekend pass, not just for the Sunday. But on that Sunday, obviously come up and say hi. Go a day each if you want. But in order to win the weekend pass, it was going to be to the best submitted question for the Q&A. I don't know how we're going to do this now.
What's the name of that Twitter feed you started?
Best hole.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what we should do.
We're going to do best confession.
Best confession.
Okay.
Who's got the best confession would be exactly what you just said there.
The thing is,
I have no idea what you just said.
the thing is with best hole, it's anonymous.
Yeah.
So like I don't like it's a bit different.
When I was a boy, I'll tell you what it is. When I was a little boy, what we used to do is
You were complaining
in the early 90s, you could always find some litter on the floor.
Yeah.
You could also always find some dog shit.
White dog shit. It was the 90s. It existed.
You go by, get some packet, empty packet of floor, looking for some dog shit. Then you go to the house there, or my favorite stage is car park. Take that dog shit, just wipe it underneath car handles, the doors. You little shit, when somebody comes back, what's the first thing you do? Put it on there, you go out and every time while we're laughing our asses off, we're doing it as many times as possible, and then obviously get checks, get left. That's how the way it was. Yeah. Somebody would have to go like that.
Who
I was going to say, like,
I don't mind.
it would probably make sense to roll over to next month just so then we can A, get more people, and B, like, we can do more promo regarding it.
Sure, we only have like a week.
Yeah,
What's that? No, the convention's October 15th and 16th. So the show we do at the end of September. If you guys are happy to wait, we'll do it in September. Or if you want, you can go for it now. One of you will win.
I'll have to just wait for it. I won't be able to get that.
Okay. Well, fair enough.
Great birthday present.
Okay. Well, you've got to do something to win. I'm not just going to give it away. So we've got to do something. You've got to give us a question or do a confession or something.
Okay.
Okay. I'll tell you what. Doug, you've got the microphone. Go for it. What's your name, my friend? Sorry, we didn't get it earlier. What's that?
Jay.
Jay. Nice to meet you, Mike. We should know that by now.
No.
Okay.
Teletubbies and rap battles.
Okay.
Going back to something very.
This is a question. Right, okay. For a second, I thought you were going to confess, like, I used to take part in Teletubbies rap battles.
Because, it's
Okay, confession would be when I was.
No, you can go for the question, it's fine.
do both. Fuck it, why not?
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay, confession first. When I was younger, I used to go around terrorising the kids on Halloween by dressing up in screen costume and running around as they were trick or treating.
Fair enough.
Like some kind of modern day Michael Myers coming out, scaring the shit out of the kids. Love it.
Why not?
Okay.
So, Tubby rap battles.
Teletubbies rap battles.
Okay.
Who would win?
Okay.
What sort of tactics do you think they'd use?
Okay. Right. It's an interesting one. I'm not going to lie. It's not one I was prepared to be answering tonight. It's not something I'd ever considered answering before tonight. Oh, no Googling. That's cheap. Let's see now. So, I think we got to think about the personalities of the Teletubbies, to be fair. So, you've got Tinky Winky, who's all of himself. So, that's Kanye West.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tinky Winky would very much go to the brag raps.
Yeah.
But like Dipsy would be the one that goes to like the really
It's almost more of like an Eminem.
Yeah, well I was thinking like maybe like early Eminem where he's very I was thinking he's very you very much yourself in the very much the combative type of thing where it's very much like dissing against his rap.
Mild kind of thing. Yeah.
Whereas Lala, I was fully picturing like Tech 9 Chopper style rapping.
See, I've seen Lala as more of a what's the Anaconda, what's the face?
Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, I'm seeing Lala as that.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And Poe, let's see, Poe is more. Let's see. Missy Elliott. Okay, why not? And the question is, who would win in a rap battle?
Can I just point out that we're missing somebody quite vital here?
The sun? You all don't be a bear or like a skateboard thing.
You missed the Nunu. To be fair, I think he's less rap battle and more, rockstar cokehead.
No, the Nunu.
Obviously, hoovering stuff up all the time.
You can't win, Nunu sucks. No, okay. So we got Tubby Custard, Tubby Toast. Who would win? Who raps the most? Let's see. Shut up. Fuck off. I'll be honest with you. At this point,
I think Dipsy.
You're going with Dipsy?
Yeah.
Dipsy does seem to have like a bit of
The sheer viciousness, like who would win?
See, but I'm thinking Poe because Poe's all kind of unassuming, and you think, oh, here comes the little one, what the fucking.
That's a fair point.
Well, that's it, you know. Yeah.
Tinky Winky wears the hat, doesn't he?
Yeah.
No, Dipsy was hunting.
What the fuck are we talking about? Yeah.
Yeah, I know Dipsy.
Yeah, and when Dipsy jumps down the.
Yes, that famous rapper JK from Jamiroquai.
Yeah,
battle with him.
That's true.
Yeah. I'm still thinking Poe though. I don't know why.
It doesn't even matter how hard you try.
No. Why did we miss it? It's someone that we mentioned earlier. Their name is Poe. They are small. They're clearly P. Diddy.
I'm really because they always get the last it's P. Blah, blah.
Hey,
Selector?
Yeah.
There we go.
fuck's sake. Alright, that's the end of that.
There we go. Okay, yeah, well, we've got a winner then. Well done. Yeah, we'll talk out the show. We'll sort it all out for you. Yeah, is there any other burning questions that people want to get to? Because I'm weirdly on the open time.
Yeah. Well, this is a more casual one, so it's now.
You got any questions, mate?
Yeah.
Danny, you got any questions? No, you want to know what's going on, don't you? What? Well.
Did anybody watch that night?
I did. Sorry, yeah, you totally lost on that. I think I know what break happened. Because obviously, Disney, you've got the basic catalog right now. Well, you've got the Fox catalog right now. Whenever you log into Disney Plus, it always gives you a weird combination of shit you might want to watch. And I think someone saw Pocahontas next to Predator and thought, you know what? There's a movie, we'll have that. I genuinely think that's what happened.
It was just great.
It was, fantastic.
It was nice. It
It was a nice twist on the hunted aspect of it all. Yeah.
I was just not the threat.
Yeah, I want to watch there's a version on there which is all dubbed in Comanche language.
Yeah.
I want to watch that version.
I started off watching that, but then because I was wanting to pay attention to the visuals as well, when it got to them actually talking and showed them like physically speaking, I saw them physically speaking in English. I was like, maybe I'll watch the English version first, just because that's the way it was originally made.
Yeah. Well, no, it's coming. Very good.
Oh, I fucking loved it.
Yeah. I don't know about the Predator redesign.
I really love that sort of broken down skull.
I like the mask. Yeah, the mask was one thing. I'm talking about the actual Predator creature.
It makes sense. Like, I remember one fella that I've got on Facebook was so fucking offended by that new Predator. Like, that he was talking about it for multiple days to a point that I actually posted going, why the fuck are you still talking about it? Just stop. Is
if the Predator looked exactly the same in every movie, that would be the movie equivalent of saying all Chinese people look the same.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got to have different designs for each one, and I get it.
Exactly. It's the same reason the Predators, when you saw the group of them in Predator 2, that all looked different facially. It's the same basic structure a human would be. But
So one of the things I loved about the story is they tied it directly into Predator 2.
Yeah, they did. There's more story to be told.
Yeah, there's still more stuff, and obviously you get it.
I don't want to see any more. I don't want to see any more of their story. I want other Predator stories. You know what I would love to see? And in fact, there was a live stream, Let's See What's Out There live. John actually guested on it. That's how I saw it. And they were talking about the Predator movies. And I was saying, I would love to see a Predator movie at sea. Predators versus pirates or something like that. Or
that would be pretty cool.
Something where the Predator isn't in a jungle or an urban environment where it can blend in. It's literally in the middle of the fucking ocean and it's picking up people on this boat one by one. I'd love to see that.
That would be cool.
It's Predator Pirates of the Caribbean.
Also, it doesn't even have to be pirates. What's that?
Waterworld Predator?
Waterworld Predator, yeah. Okay, go for it, yeah. Stick it in the future where the oceans have risen. Predators are coming back. Let's go for it, yeah. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you just put them in an isolated location, I think I'm off one by one. I think on a boat.
Right. If you're going to do Predator versus Predator in the modern day against Somali pirates. That kind of thing.
I am the Predator now. I want to see Tom Hanks as a Predator. That's the nicest Predator of all.
There's another clip for the intro. I want to see Tom Hanks as a Predator.
What better place to go out on the outro then? I think we'll wrap things up there. That has been this episode of the Technical Difficult Nerds podcast. First of all, let's give it up for Doug and Keith Retreat for being so nice and hosted.
We didn't have to do this
Thank you for staying and doing it on the company couches. It's an experience for us while we're on.
It's something different, and yeah, I've really enjoyed it.
It's chill. The whole time we decided, I was thinking, I would like this channel. How would we get the audience there?
We can do it.
I will figure that out.
We'll sort it out.
I can figure that out. This is how we do it now.
Yeah, fair. We should put it on that one and then sort it.
We just need to bring the tally over and resource.
We'll figure it all out.
Easy.
We've got plenty of plugs over here as well.
Yeah. Reserved seats now then.
You got front row.
It is so pleasure, Jeff.
There we go. Right, all that remains to say then is the Attack on 50 Foot Nerds, we are available whenever you want. Obviously, if you listen to this, you know that you can find out on all the podcast platforms. We've also got our YouTube channel. We've got our YouTube podcast archive where you can listen to every single episode that we've ever done. We've got our Patreon, which is patreon.com/50 Foot Nerds. You can sign up for as little as £1. You get access to literally everything. You get the episodes early. You get the quick bite things that I do. You get everything else that we throw.
Speaking of, with me saying about the getting into gas lines and stuff, I might do some videos of the conversions and shit and stick them up as well, just so then we've got some tabletop content.
I'm sure we'll be shooting some stuff when we go to the annual as well. We'll all up on there. Anytime we video these episodes, patrons will get the video as well.
It's my cryptid Paul.
We text to my alter ego.
If you don't want to join the Patreon, then that's fine. If you just want to maybe buy some merchandise, you can do so. We've got our merchandise store, which is tinyurl.com/50foot store. You can buy t-shirts. I was going to point to mine, but I realised I'm not wearing it. You can get your t-shirts. We've got Dredger stuff.
Have you put on fucking Moo yet?
Not yet. I need to do that.
Have you done the shower curtain yet?
No. Yes, that's a good idea. We should do that. We should do shower curtains. But we've got all kinds of gear there, and so that
How would you represent the shower curtain? It's just an image of a fridge with like a shower curtain instead of a door of blood coming out from under the shower.
A single plug on the side.
A single plug on the side.
So I think that's everything. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head, but we do these shows last Sunday of the month, every month. Come on down. We love doing them, and they're great fun. And if you're a Liverpool Anime Game Con, come and see us on the 16th. Until the next time that we do this, then I can't think of an outro good name for myself. I don't know. I'm taken aback by this relaxed episode.
I'm a massive fucking anti-capitalist.
And I'm Vincent Van Gogh.
Jesus Christ.
That's perfect.
Until next time, geek out! And we can go on.
If you've enjoyed the nerdom in your ears, then why not follow us on Twitter at 50footnerds. You can follow Mike at Mike G. Bell, Amara at VoltsevXoth and at Amara Lunera, and Paul is on at Auton Scouser. Our website is 50footnerds.co.uk. That's FIFTYFOOTNERDS.co.uk. You can find all of our YouTube content at video.50footnerds.co.uk or search youtube.com/50footnerds. All of our episodes are archived over at bit.ly/50footnerdsarchive. That's 50FTNERDS archive. You can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Attack of the 50 Foot Nerds. Email us at 50footnerds@gmail.com or join our Patreon at patreon.com/50footnerds. If you'd like to buy our merchandise, you can visit us over at tinyurl.com/50footstore. That's 50FT store. All of these links and more are available at our Linktree page. That's linktr.ee/50footnerds. FIFTYFOOTNERDS.